Your highs, man. It's good, bro. How you, bro? You alright? Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know? Keeping the people woke, you know? Might as well add on to that real quick. A little something for you and your viewers, you know, since they just been keeping it 100. Y'all saw, let me ask you something. They be claiming they apes. If they really gorillas then, how come Zimmerman still walking around and ain't none of them get at them? Separation is reparations and assassination. Case closed, no investigation. It is what it is, no explanation. Y'all over there praying like y'all gonna be saved. We ain't one and the same. You a field nigga, he a house nigga. Me, I'm a runaway slave. I'd rather be under a grave than under a man that come from a cave. So I'm off to get guns and grenades, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm on my Django, like Jamie Foxx. Sharpshooter when I aim these shots. They like, here come the pigs, and I'm like, good, cause I came for the cops. I bang on my opposition, hip hop's been glitching since Pac's been missing. That's why none of y'all got my attention, it's repetition, I ain't gotta listen. Cause I already know what it is. Your flow gonna be flowing like his. Talking about how you're rolling the bins. I know how it starts and I know how it ends. Wait, ain't you married? How you rapping about all them hoes you got? And them clothes you rock with? You need to stop. Cause nigga, those ain't hot. Man, y'all tripping. Got these Chinese niggas frying y'all chicken. And they don't even look like chicken. Fuck around and it's probably a pigeon. God forgive them. They don't know no better. They probably a Christian, a Muslim, a hoodlum. To the system, there's no difference. I don't understand it. How you blacker than me talking about you Hispanic? Spanish a language. We the same issues. Your mind's been damaged. You eres nadie. Tu estás fronteando. I'm from the calle. They call it like Kanye. But I'm on that shit they don't teach you in Georgia. I'm criminal minded. You can tell I'm a don by the women I'm with. I maneuver like Heimlich. But the pressure on the stomach come from my 9-inch. Y'all probably ain't catch it. So rewind in that part is highly suggested. I'm possessed cause my women possessive. I'm blessed and this is a blessing. You niggas gonna learn today. This is a lesson. Going to church ain't gonna get you in heaven. Later your rapping's a felony. Taking your money and swelling your melon. Yeah, I'm a rebel, that's why I'm rebelling. Somebody gotta say it, so I'ma tell him. Acknowledge yourself since I was 11 and taught my son by the time he was 7. I'm the best man, though I'm not at your wedding. I help them get on, they ain't gotta get credit. I'm tipsy off a Nipsey. I'm a hustle until I get it. I see where y'all going, that's not where I'm headed. I'm taking a different direction, so no, we can't do a record. And just for the record, I actually feel disrespected for you even thinking I would be shrinking down to your level. Clown, you a pebble. Trying to smell what the rock is cooking. Cause you heard I set up shop in Brooklyn, but it's still BX to the death of me. They got ingredients, I got the recipe. I hope you die in your sleep. That goes for all my foes that ever slept on me. Niggas stay woke. I don't give a fuck what you niggas wanna hear. This what the fuck you need to hear. Stay woke. Huh? I said, no time for sleeping, the enemy creeping, and we can defeat him unless we stay woke. Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. Shout out to Lord Akim. Shout out to DJ Robbie Rob. As y'all can see, I got on his shirt, Child of God. Shout out to DJ Robbie Rob from the Bronx, BX Zone, stand up. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all know the procedures. When you come in my house, take your shoes off and hit the mother and like button. See, it's simple. You come in, you press that like button. It piss the haters off. Let the algorithm know that y'all approve of this message because the haters is front row seat waiting for every word in the chat. So be careful of what you say in the chat because it affects this algorithm. And that's what allow me to get away with when you got dudes like these other channels. Shout out to 050 China Brim for reaching out to me and letting me know, like, listen, behind the scenes, while you going live, there's an army of smaller channels being led by the dirty section, or I'm not even saying dudes' names, but being led by them, and they're mass flagging and they're affecting the algorithm of this channel and they're affecting us. So it is what it is, man. Y'all got to make sure y'all hit that like button and let's get into this live.
Shout out to everybody on Lord Akim, You Better Not Lie podcast. And stay tuned. Like I said before, I am looking to work with up and coming YouTubers. I will be giving brothers a chance. I will be looking for talent. I want to know who got next. I want to know who's nice. I want to know who's next. I want to help break the next artist that's dope. Not for the industry, but if you make it to the industry, salute to you. Before there was the industry, there was the streets, where people had passion and y'all pulled y'all love into hip hop, or rather the OGs in the beginning. They poured their love into hip hop. It wasn't about a dollar. Even back to a New Edition. Y'all seen the New Edition story. Y'all still ain't even watch it yet, but I am gonna watch it. But I heard enough to know enough that they wasn't making no money at all. So the music started off with the passion and the love. And somewhere down the line, once those corporations stepped in and they got that pen, it changed the game in a nasty way. That's why we sit up there looking at nasty images of Marlin Wayans. Nasty images of little Uzi Little Vert. Only thing I see, the thing about it is when I see little Uzi Vert, I'm just trying to figure out, does he have tampons or maxi pads? I mean, inquiring minds want to know, because I know we living in, it's how that Chris Brown song, it's your fantasy, you got me go. So he's living in a fantasy world, right? And in the fantasy world, we living in a world where if a giraffe wakes up and calls itself a dog, arf, that giraffe is a dog. Arf, arf. So I'm playing along with the role. I'm just trying to figure out if little Uzi Vert, does he have tampons on up under that skirt, rocking that pocketbook? Because that ain't hip hop. I don't know what the purpose of that is. That's not hip hop. What you do in your bedroom belongs in your bedroom. That's not hip hop. It's not hip hop. And it's starting to get ridiculous. It's like, damn, under the rainbow, there's somebody under the rainbow that have a bucket full of lollipops. And they ain't gonna get, they're not gonna be satisfied till they go to every classroom where every little boy, instead of passing them a football, they're not gonna be satisfied. They not licking on my lollipop. Call me up and I could come and do it. Y'all know the song. These people not gonna be satisfied till every little boy in Black America taste the rainbow. They're not gonna be satisfied till every little black boy in America have a bag of Skittles. Poppy's little princess screaming, "Happy Father's Day weekend to the best daddy I know. I love you too, family." Oh shit. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Everybody in the building, start hitting that like button. We know we got more people in the building. YouTube got to stop with this, man. Stop playing with the numbers. We know it's more people in the building. They not going to stop until every little boy, every little black boy in America tastes the rainbow. You know, when a father looks at his son, you go into the hospital, your wife pushed that baby out. Doctor looked down in between his legs. He's born with a Woody Woodpecker. He got a little Woody Woodpecker. The first thing you thinking about is like, yo, my little man get 1-2 years old, I'm going to get him a basketball. I'm going to get him a football. I'm going to get him a baseball. Well, somewhere in some office is some psychopath looking to cut off your little boy's balls. No Diddy. crazy how we living in the times where we got to sit up there and say, no Diddy. Right now, there's so much going on in America. Oh, wow. Right. So this month right here is supposed to be Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Oh, right. And at the same time, it's the LGBTQ Awareness Month at the same time. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Mental Health Awareness Month. I get it. Right. So I was looking at a little article today where a nightclub owner in Pakistan went to open up a gay club, the first gay club in Pakistan. And the officials over there in Pakistan had him arrested and put him in a mental ward. You can't make this up. I just watched this earlier today. You cannot make this up. He went to open up a club in Pakistan, a LGBTQ club in Pakistan. And the powers to be had him arrested and put him in a mental ward. Let me shut up. Let me see.
Facing a day of reckoning as a judge orders his personal assets be sold to help pay off the $1.5 billion he owes Sandy Hook victims.
Fox 8's Sharon Crowley has the details on what could happen to his biggest microphone, his InfoWars platform.
These people want me silenced. It is completely and totally transparent, and the world is seeing through this.
Conspiracy theorist and InfoWars host Alex Jones blasting a ruling against him outside a courthouse in Houston, Texas. A federal judge just ordered the liquidation of Jones's personal assets. The court is still deciding on his company's separate bankruptcy case. These legal proceedings leaving the future of his InfoWars media platform uncertain.
This is an attempt at digital assassination. I never said it in any of the things they claimed on Sandy Hook. Two judges in Texas and Connecticut found me guilty by default and then had literal show trials on how guilty I was. The $1.5 billion verdict is a fraud. The judges had already told the juries that I was guilty.
Jones owes the families who lost children during the Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting in Connecticut 12 years ago. $1.5 billion is owed those families for his false claims that the school shooting was a hoax. They sued him for telling lies to millions of listeners on his InfoWars podcast.
I think the family, I'm not so sure the money is what they're looking for, although if they got money as a result of the loss of the children, that might offer some solace. I think more importantly, they want to defang this horrible human being who's been spewing all these lies in conspiracy theories all these many years. And I think this basically will make it very difficult for him to lead the life of luxury and wealth that he previously led.
During these ongoing lawsuits, the Sandy Hook families testified they were harassed by Jones's followers after his lies. Today's ruling is one more step to getting these families justice. Sharon Crowley, Fox 5 News.
That's very interesting. He called it a digital assassination. Now, for those of y'all that don't really know, some of y'all might not know who Alex Jones is. I've been watching Alex Jones going way, way back. Way, way back to when he allegedly he says that he broke into the Bohemian Groove. Now, for some people, the Bohemian Groove is a conspiracy theory. The Bohemian Groove is where, matter of fact, Ryan Garcia, the boxer, he just recently came out and told the world that he's seen the elite over there doing some real Nightmare on Elm Street type of things, some Friday the 13th type of things to children over there. That story went nowhere. Now he's back to regular, back to being on the internet, which I don't understand. How can you see a horror movie? How can you go into the woods and you see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and in your life go back to being normal? And you still not screaming, help, help, help. I don't understand that, but then again, I do understand that. So now, before there was a Ryan Garcia, there was Alex Jones telling the same story. Alex Jones was one of the first people that I know that went into the Bohemian Groove. He said he hid into the bushes, and he actually watched something like Tourista, the movie, a horror movie. Something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a horror movie. Y'all get my drift? So this is the same Alex Jones. So my whole thing with Alex Jones was how you got out of there alive. That's what I wanted to know. How did you get out of there alive? If you've seen all this and you coming to the people, how did you get out of there alive? So now, in today's time, I'm like, hold up. They said they want $1.5 billion. He's being sued for $1.5 billion because he's a white man that does not believe in white America. He is a white man who's actually calling out the system, the machine, and calling them a bunch of liars, so much to the point to where that Sandy Hook was a shooting that some people believe happened. Some people don't believe it happened. There was a lot of people saying that it was a hoax. There's some people that say that it's true. And in this situation, you got the families of Sandy Hook that's suing Alex Jones, saying that this was very real and that he was a liar. Here's the thing that I can't get past. Here it is. You got white Alex Jones who don't trust his own people. Scooby-Doo? Yeah. Boss man, if the U.S. is in an active war with Russia, China, the president can conceal election and stay in power. Have you seen a video of Amazon Alex predicting the outcome of the 2024 elections? Nah, I have not seen that, and I gotta look that up. And thank you for sponsoring this war, family. Appreciate you. I haven't seen that at all. That's something I definitely gotta look into. So now, Alex Jones has been predicting some of the things. That's why I got to the point where I started calling myself the Black Alex Jones, where I started predicting where everything was going. But it's simple though. See, the thing about it is, if you want to know where the powers that be is going, all you got to do is just watch the movies. Everything that they're up to, everything that they're doing, in every direction where they're going, they put it in the movies. Why are people moving to Texas? If you smart, the reason why you be moving to Texas is because of their gun laws. Anybody in their right mind, first of all, the land out there is cheaper, but at the same time, the storms that they're going through is bananas. So I don't know if that's a good move, but if you're going to move somewhere, I would move to Texas because of the gun laws. Alex Jones is on point. Been listening to him for 20 years. He's very on point. HASSAN is the Alex Jones of the hood. They are coming for you too. Keep preaching and stay prepared, fam. God bless. See, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Y'all seeing this in front of y'all face. Right in front of y'all faces. Y'all just watched me go live and did an episode with the brother You Better Not Lie podcast. It got 100,000 views on that. We sitting up here live right now with barely 2,000 people in the building. So it's clearly when we go live, that's why I keep telling y'all, when y'all come in, make sure y'all just hit the like button, because the reality of it is that Alex Jones just called it digital suicide, what they're doing to him. So if what they're doing to him is digital suicide, what do y'all call what they trying to do to me right now? Right in front of y'all lying eyes. Keep in mind, me being on social media, I done created a lot of enemies trying to wake the people up. That's you. And now, I don't live a regular life. I can't move like a regular person. I have to live life as if I'm on the run and stay dangerous at the same time. And it's absolutely impossible for you to do that without money. That's why when y'all show me support in my super chat, I say thank you for sponsoring this war. See, the thing about it is that y'all got to pay attention to. When they want to break you, the first thing they do is they go after your pockets. That's why he called it a digital assassination, a cyber assassination. Because they're going after his currency. You can't stay afloat and fight a war if you ain't got no money in your pocket. What's the first thing that they did to Kanye West? Kanye West had $9 billion. They turned $9 billion into like 500 million. Overnight, he went from a billionaire to damn near being broke. Not because he sat up there and aired something out, but because he used his voice. Because he used his voice. $1.5 billion. Because he doesn't believe in Santa Claus. Alex Jones is paying $1.5 billion because he doesn't believe in Santa Claus. He doesn't believe in the lies. He don't believe in the lies. And I don't neither. We have a right to not believe in everything that comes on the news. We have a right to believe in crisis actors. We have the right to believe that there's people pulling the strings that's full of it. I mean, this is the same country that we living in, right? This is America, right? The same country that we actually sat up there and saw Black Lives Matter walking through the neighborhoods, protesting, screaming, yelling, no justice, no peace, no wages, police, looking stupid, right? And at the same time, while they marching down the neighborhoods, delivery trucks the day before deliver bricks outside of Macy's and shopping areas so that Antifa could weasel their way in to the marches, grab a brick, and bust a window. So now, the young kids that's in the neighborhoods, that's watching the commotion, they're already angry, and they seeing men in black suits and black masks hiding, coming through Antifa, being paid, sponsored by yours truly, George Soros. So they see the commotion. So now you got the kids in the neighborhood also saying that somebody was coming through giving them money to grab the bricks and throw them. And then the crazy part about it is, right, in the midst of all of this, you got the George Floyd situation that happened, right? And in the midst of that, the riots got so bad. We seen videos in New York City, in the Bronx, and all over with police getting beat up. I seen shopping carts and TVs being thrown at the police, and the police was told to stand down. I sat back and watched in broad daylight. Dudes was going on Fordham, robbing banks in broad daylight in front of everybody. Police standing across the street watching. They was told to stand down. By who? We watched and witnessed right in front of our eyes. The purge go on right in New York, right in front of our faces. The purge. Are you not entertained? When you look at history, right? When we go through history, 50 years from now, everybody is going to tell a different story. From what the hell I seen. 50 years from now, the same people that's on this earth right now in New York City didn't see the same thing that I seen. Some people wasn't even paying attention. That's why I tell y'all, don't tell me nothing about history. I don't care if it's Dr. Henry Clark or this one or that one, whatever scholar you talking about, I don't care. History according to who? Because we all sitting in the same country, in the same towns, but we not seeing and witnessing the same things. Famoso, they need to add a capital H to LBGTQH and sometimes Y and H. Okay. This damn do-rag is too tight. There we go. Loosen up, loosen up. Alex didn't kill no one. But they just killed, they just basically, the judge ordered to liquidate his talk show. To liquidate his talk show so that he can't tell the people, hey, you, don't go to the, don't go see they medicine man. Don't go see their medicine man. So all of the things that Alex Jones was telling you and warning you not to do, that they said was a conspiracy, everything that they said was a conspiracy, it turned out to be true. But the thing is, you can't call it a conspiracy until it's actually proven. So if there's a cliff surrounded by shrubs, and you can't see that there's a cliff that you can fall off of, and somebody puts a sign up and said, hey, don't drive too fast because you're going to go off that cliff, you can be penalized and punished until whoever is in power, the powers to be, put the stamp of approval there. If not, you're in trouble. And the sad part about it is, when it comes down to that to that Tuskegee experiment that they just had going on, the new one. See, now it's actually said, there's doctors and laws being passed saying, hey, you know what? These people just hit you with a biological weapon that you done put in your body. But at the same time, so okay, this stuff right here is causing harm, and now there's a warning label letting the people know that it's causing harm, but you still can't say it on these social media platforms, or else your ass is grass. Let's do an event on my pay-per-view platform. This will help out with what's happening with you and your YouTube. I'm already message you on inbox. Oh, okay. That's what's up. We definitely got to talk about that. You know how to work that pay-per-view? That's definitely a conversation that we definitely need to have. About that pay-per-view. That's what's up right there. Because it's time to take the show on the road. I don't care what nobody say. I know right now, 9 times out of 10, we got at least 10,000 people in the building. But they're going to keep the numbers looking low. Like we only got 1,600 people in the building. But that's cool, though. Look what happened to young Pharaoh. I'm glad I caught that comment. Look what happened to young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh platform soared past mine, even though he was bigger than me from the beginning. And I caught up to him. Then when I caught up to him, he damn near just blew all the way damn near to 1 million subscribers. Young Pharaoh had the whole country watching him damn near. Young Pharaoh actually got attached to those political parties. Then he started partying with certain people. And next thing you know, somebody hit him with a whammy. When you the chosen one, you gotta live life as if you on the run and stay dangerous at the same time. That's why I gotta be careful who I put on my platform when I want to have certain discussions, because certain people that you put on your platform, they're not gonna say the things that I'm gonna say, because some people still want to do business with the people behind the door. Some people still want to make it to certain positions, so they're gonna water themselves down and dumb themselves down where I'm not. I don't know how to water myself down. I don't know how to not be me. I'm too close to the grave to not be me. I'm a little way too close to the grave to water myself down and not be true to who I am. Silver Fox, stop this. You're a Fed. I wish I was a Fed. I wish I was a Fed. I wish I had the power to actually lock certain people up and do real justice. I wish more of our people would actually become FBI so that we could actually, because the reality of it is, we are infiltrated on every aspect in life. So when are we going to start infiltrating and becoming a part of the machine so we could change the machine, so we could become the virus within the machine? When are we going to start doing what they do? Everything that we touch is taken over by somebody else. It's like when you watch the movie The Matrix. You got to be very careful, because when Agent Smith comes, in The Matrix, when Agent Smith comes, it's like the Jinn. See, a lot of y'all don't know about the Jinn. They shapeshifters. And when you are dealing with Agent Smith, you better be ready to move. Young Pharaoh didn't protect his neck. Now look at him. And what they did to him, see, the thing about it is now, they're not going to sit up here and make you a martyr. They're going to make you look like an idiot. Yo, Haas, I keep hearing we got to fight back. How do we fight back, Haas? The first way that you fight back is by getting information, by educating yourself, by seeing through the beautiful lies and getting to the ugly truth. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. See, the thing about it is, I want y'all to understand something, right? We are not in condition to change nothing because we are not unified as a people. We are not in a condition to change nothing because we refuse to unify as a people. And see, the thing about it is that while we had this dollar bill, cash rules everything around me, cream, get the money, dollar bill, y'all. While we had this dollar bill, we didn't do nothing with it. When this dollar bill collapsed and we get into the digital currency, the cyber currency, in the new world order, y'all gotta understand something. China is teaching you a lesson in life. If you say the wrong word out of your mouth, you will be shadow banned Everything is the internet. The new streets is the internet. All these dudes still hanging out on the block, screaming I'm outside, gonna get lost. All them dudes sitting up there screaming that they outside, all these old dudes, they're still on the block. All right, cool. You in the underground. You out there on the block in the underground. But that money, that dollar bill is going to collapse, and you're not going to be prepared how to move with this digital currency in this digital world. The internet is your store. It's your business. You should be trying to advertise something. And you females out there that's leading with your ass, face down, ass, every time you turn around, you got your butt in the camera. My whole thing is, if you're not getting money for that, I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to sit up there and act like you on Backpage, and you going to let every nigga all around the world see your assets, then you should be getting paid for it. If you ain't getting paid for it and turn it into a lucrative business, then what you doing? Because the only thing you doing is earning the men's disrespect. Yeah, of course we going to get thirsty. Half of us got wives that we ain't even sleeping with. We going to be thirsty and come run through you. And then before the sun come up, a nigga going to be out your bed. Moving on to the next one. So help me understand, was Alex Jones' conspiracy proven true? Basically what they saying is that Sandy Hook really did happen. That Alex Jones and his conspiracy theory people was bullying the families of Sandy Hook, or whatever you want to call it. And still to this day, some people don't believe it. That's their choice. That's their choice. I don't think that Alex Jones meant any harm towards the family, made them children rest in peace. If indeed that really did happen, made them children rest in peace. But we have a right not to, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. That Flavor Flav song, Public Enemy, don't believe it. We have a choice not to believe it. But here's the thing. If you spread that idea and you tell everybody else not to believe it, there's going to be a penalty for you. We sat back and watched what happened with Donald Trump. They are costing Donald Trump billions in legal fees. Speaking of Donald Trump, there's a whole lot that we got to talk about when it comes to Donald Trump. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come in the building.
But you know, they're great guys. When you look at Dershowitz, the whole group, you know, that whole group of people.
Well, people still think you did one to you guys.
Oh, no way. We got gifts.
So for a lot of money, this thing.
Oh, no way. Oh, thank you, President.
Just split it up. Here's
amazing.
This is
Is this your mother?
The powers that be have been taking down anyone who tells the truth or go against their agenda, from JFK Kennedy to William Cooper, now Alex Jones. Y'all see what they doing to HASSAN Campbell?
Well, Elvis had one. Frank Sinatra had one.
Well, Mr. President, people surely love it. They love the picture. They rallied behind it. They're rallying behind you now.
Well,
more than ever.
And you know, we had the biggest fundraising, I think, ever for any candidate ever anywhere in the world in the last 8 or 9 days. In hundreds of millions of dollars, and too bad it couldn't have been done for other reasons, but they viewed the case as being so corrupt and so ridiculous. You know, every one of the legal pundits, and you know, they're great guys. When you look at Dershowitz, the whole group, you know, that whole group of people, Andy McCarthy, Jonathan Turley, Greg Jarrett, every one of
Donald Trump and his people behind him raised hundreds of millions of dollars in 2 days. They sponsored his war. When you get behind those who you believe with, you got to sponsor the war. That's why I tell you, I don't care if you put $1 in the super chat, man. Y'all got to keep me afloat. Y'all already see what they doing to my platform. My Cash App is $HASSAN Campbell. I can't ask and beg for you to do what you got to do. Y'all see what they do behind who they believe in. If you believe in me, sponsor this war. Simple.
They came out and they said, there's not even a case here. There's no case. And when they saw the jury instructions, when they saw all the things that happened, and it's not like anybody's a friend of mine. Mark Levin is an example. They couldn't believe it. So unfair. You know, it's a very unfair thing. And because of that, the fundraising numbers and the polls, but the fundraising, that's sort of like a poll anyway,
Yeah,
right? When you get right down to it. But the fundraising numbers went, I don't think there's ever been that much money raised that quickly.
You've become a martyr of
Hundreds of
sorts.
millions of
Yeah, it's
dollars.
insane. $140 million in May that you raised.
35 million in just hours after.
140 million in May. 55 million just after they made their decision. Are y'all listening to this? Are y'all listening to this?
Yeah, 58 million within a few hours, and that was in small donations, like $71 something average. And over a period of a week, we even went to San Francisco. Now, not supposed to be this.
He said that was in small donations. Take the what? And what?
Belly of the beast, right?
Rare
Supposedly.
visit.
But they had thousands of people on the street. It was so positive, and they raised $12 million. The tech guys at one of the houses, David, fantastic people, and they were like they gave me a lot of money. They've never been into doing that, and I think it helps that Biden is just so bad. He is so bad. He is the worst president in the history of our country, so that helps too.
You should make a diss track on him.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something.
I second that. Biden is the worst president ever. And Raputech, hey Haas, thank you family. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you family.
I actually wanted to start there.
Go ahead.
Because one thing that I just can't seem to wrap my head around it is, you got these felony convictions and a lot of them, like more than Al Capone, right? And there was an uprising and people showed you their support with their donations. And a lot of people are saying it points out that actually the unjust nature of America's justice system. So
He said that he got more felony convictions than Al Capone. Did you hear that? He got more felony convictions than Al Capone and still running for presidency. Something just ain't right.
my question is, like, if that is your belief, if that is their belief, why do you have the desire to give your time and energy to a country or a system that's trying to take you down?
So I ran twice. I did much better the second time than the first time. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have done this. But we had it going like this country has never been going before. It was really good. Now it's really bad. The worst border in history, the worst inflation, I think, in history. I think the history of the country, the people are getting decimated by it. All very all something you can fix it fast. We were energy independent. We're going to be energy dominant very soon. All these things were happening. And then we had a terrible result in an election. And what happened was disgraceful, and we can't ever let it happen again. But we have a little expression. It's right on that hat: "Make America Great Again," and we can do that. Make America great again. And this guy's not going to do it. This guy's destroyed our country. When you allow 15, 16,
make America great again. He said, "We got the worst borders in the world." Night Spell TV, sup Haas, long time supporter here. Keep dropping the gems. I started a channel a few days ago and will love it if you guys check it out and sub. That's what's up, family.
They have no idea where the gotaways. Million people coming out of jails, coming out of mental institutions, insane asylum. The insane asylums all over the world, the mental institutions, they're at the lowest levels. They've been at it for years. They're going to be totally empty. And you have terrorists coming into our country. We're going to be paying a big price.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Because y'all don't believe me when I say this shit, right? So Mayor Adams, you asked us in New York City to open up our homes to the people that was released from mental institutions from other countries. We're not even just talking about the criminals now. So this is Donald Trump, right? Saying this out of his own mouth. Not only did they release everybody from the prisons, but they released the people out of the mental institutions. And see, this is why I play things all the way through. I don't sit up there and edit and give you little pieces. I want you to hear this shit from his mouth, from the horse's mouth. They released all the cuckoo birds into America, in our communities, and then turned around and gave them driver's license. They're forgiven for the sins that they committed in their country. But some of us can't drive. I couldn't drive for a long time because I had child support. So I'm getting in the car because I got cars and breaking the law. Driving with a suspended license. But you letting niggas out of jails in other countries come over here? This shit right here? Hit the like button, man. Hey, hi, sending you some hugs and so many prayers. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Like, nah. Are y'all listening? Are y'all listening?
We're going to solve the problem. We're going to solve it relatively quickly. But we have other problems too, with energy, with inflation. He's been a disaster as a president. He's the worst president we've ever had. The good news is he makes Jimmy Carter look brilliant by comparison. So Jimmy Carter's the only one that's happy with this.
Well, look, I think that's why a lot of people are so obsessed with you, Mr. Trump, Mr. President Trump. Well, because you're already a billionaire, right? You are essentially serving these people, and you don't have to be doing it. The president,
No.
Being the president seems like a very hard job. You were at 3 meetings just before this,
Sure.
but I guess I'm asking, like, the desire to run and attempt to improve your country for these things you're saying.
Yeah.
It comes from what? Just the love of the
Well,
country?
the people, I'll tell you, when you look at the people, when you look at the crowds, I did a rally in New Jersey. We had 107,000 people there. You saw that last week. We did one in the Bronx. We had 25,000 people. And this was in the South Bronx, which is known as a rough area. And it was like a love fest. There was not even nobody even raised a voice of dissent in the whole place. It was like a big love fest. Nobody could believe it. You saw that 3-4 weeks ago. There's tremendous, our country has tremendous potential, but it's going down the tubes very, very rapidly. Nobody has ever seen anything like it, the way it's being run. So bad. And we can change it. We can change it quickly. We have a debate coming up. That'll be interesting.
June 27th,
Yeah.
hosted by one of your favorite
Now the question is, if things is going so bad, when do we get our shit together as a people? Andrew, Haas, do you think we're going to have an election? I think that something big is getting ready to happen. And I think that until it happens, whatever's getting ready to happen, they're going to distract us as much as they can. We're going to see things like we ain't never. Let me tell you guys, I'm going to tell you again. You're going to see more celebrity deaths. You may see more police shootings. You may see an alien invasion. You're definitely going to see more earthquakes. More tsunamis. The storms are going to get more and more out of control. Look for 3 days of darkness. Remember I said this. Look for the sun not to rise for 3 days. We are living in the signs of the times. I think y'all forgot. Matter of fact, I'll get into that after we let Trump talk, because he said a whole lot. A whole lot just within this little 8 minutes.
Network, CNN.
Well, they gave me the option. They said, would you do it? And they didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. So they gave me everything. Fake Tapper and lots of other people that were going to, were involved. On CNN, they wanted it to be seated, which I didn't like. I said we should stand. And I think we won that point. But I would have agreed to whatever I had to agree to because they didn't want to do it. They thought that I wouldn't do it because it's CNN, but I've done plenty of CNN. I did a town hall not so long ago with CNN that worked out well. But I think they'll be fair. I think they're going to try and be fair, as fair as they can be. But I think it's important for there to be a debate. So they said, you want to debate? Yep, I'll accept. You don't even have to tell me. Then they said CNN. They said the different people that are involved. But let's see what happens. I used to get along with Jake Tapper. We'll see what happens. But it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it is.
That sentiment that CNN might be fair to you,
they might be,
is a bit of a departure
I'd
from
say
your
a good
normal
10% chance
from your normal hardline stance. Do you think that you're
Wow. He said there's a 10% chance that CNN, current news for the Negro, is going to be fair to him. A 10% chance.
starting to come around or soften your views on some of the networks that you may have not gotten along with in the past?
No, they're fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
No, they're so bad. One of the good terms, right? Fake news. But
What? Scooby right now? Yo, did this nigga just call CNN fake news? Hold up. This is the president, the former president, Donald Trump. He just called America's biggest news channel, CNN, fake news. But under the same breath, the president, this is the president. He just called, now you got to keep in mind, this is a dude that had all the files and all the secrets. He had access to all the secrets of America, right? And he just told you CNN is fake news, but Alex Jones is in court, or rather just lost in court, and he owes $1.5 billion because he didn't believe the stories that came out on fake news. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Speaking facts, the black community need to wake up from the democratic lies they've been selling us. Haas, much love. Thank you for sponsoring this war, family. Appreciate you. You can't make this shit up.
no, I don't think so. I thought maybe, I had one with Caitlin Collins about 4 or 5 months ago. It was one of the highest rated shows they've ever had. And I really thought they were going to go maybe sort of in the middle. But I was wrong about, as I'm getting on and I'm hearing the way I'm being announced, they said, hey, these people are playing hardball. They're making a big mistake. But the ratings for this debate, I guess, will be quite good.
Massive. Are you surprised by his decision to face-to-face with you?
You mean the fact that they're willing to do it?
That Biden's
A little bit. They didn't want to do it. They thought I turned CNN down. Look, CNN is the enemy. And they thought I was going to turn CNN, and Tapper is...
What? Scooby-Doo? What? He said what? CNN is what? He just called CNN what? CNN, yo. Yeah. I don't know what y'all watching on TV. I don't know if y'all watching Power. Y'all waiting for Ghost to come back. I don't know if y'all watch. I don't know what y'all watching, but this shit right here, nigga. He just called, yo. Ah, you can't make this up. I'm loving this. I don't know about y'all. This shit better than the goddamn celebrity gossip right here. This right here?
One of the guys that, when I'm making a speech, so they're waiting for the nomination for months and months. I got it in the quickest fashion. Nobody's ever gotten a nomination so quickly. And I'm making my nomination speech and they refuse to put it. They're covering it for months and months. Now I'm actually making my speech. This is the big night. I won the nomination and they refuse to put it on. These are people that don't like Trump. But it's okay because I think it's important to have a debate, or a number of debates, actually.
The fact that you are so vocal as well, especially on social media, I think works in your favor. And personally, I like that you come with receipts sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen you pull them out of your,
No, I
in your
understand.
jacket. Will you have receipts?
I like to do it.
Well, fact checking is fun.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna check a lot of things. It's gonna be an interesting. You will be watching, right?
I'll be watching.
We just don't want to schedule it around one of your fights.
Please don't.
You do pretty well.
Relax, I'll be watching. Yeah, I always see you at
So
UFC.
by the way, do you ever fight your brother? Huh?
That's the question.
You want to know something?
I want to know.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
because
right.
you are both good. Do you ever fight him?
Thank you. I not in real life.
You
no.
practiced a little bit.
Never.
with him, right?
We've never even sparred.
Really?
We don't know. I think
Well, did you beat him up your whole life?
I didn't. I punched him in the face once because he took my glasses. But I was willing to step in for Mike Tyson when Tyson got sick and had to postpone his fight. And we actually ran it up the chain in Netflix.
It's hard for brothers to fight, though. I think it's hard.
Nah,
I've seen it.
I don't really believe Tyson got sick. I believe that Tyson don't really want to throw the fight. Acesto 84. Yo, Haas, do you think they are doing Trump dirty so he can't get his snot box rock like the Simpsons predicted? You know what? This feel like this shit feels like it's all scripted. It all feel like it's scripted, but we just playing along with it. Family Man 24. Yo, Haas, in your opinion, is living deep in Suffolk County just as bad as living in New York City, given all the events that do to happen? If you under the same elements that's living in New York City, then yes.
For a big old bag, figure it out once and for all.
I think it's. You don't think so? You love your brother.
Well, me and Jake decided that obviously, we both come from a place of love, and whatever the outcome would be, we'd have to be okay with it. But obviously, I love my
No, but
brother.
the shots to the face and
Just one time though, for the rest of history, that night goes down forever. The Klitschko brothers never did it.
No, they never did it, and they were both good, and they never did it. They were very good, but in fact, nobody really figured out maybe who was better. They had some good fights. They were tough, right?
Yeah. Well, Jake's tough and he's good, but I'm one
He's very good, and you're very good.
He had a street fight this past week against somebody from.
It's amazing how these two white boys up there making it clear that they ain't gonna fight each other because they love each other too much. But all over black media, black TV, we seeing on Ghost, Tyreek killed his daddy, Ghost, or he faked his death, whichever one, because he's supposed to be coming back. We sat back and watched Diana and the other little one try to have Tyreek execute their mother. Y'all don't see the subliminal messages that they sending to black people? But yet we watching this white interview with two white boxers that get paid to box, that refuse to box each other. We need some of that white love in the black community. Sarcasm.
You may know as the Nelk from the Nelk Boys.
Oh, Rick! When you said you had it out with them,
An actual street fight.
but a friendly one or an unfriendly one?
Oh, it was pretty unfriendly. I was
not
there.
friendly. I would call it a waiver fight.
They have a great following, though. They're nice guys.
We love them.
They have such a. You do.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad because I'm getting myself into a position. They really are. They did. Dana White, who's fantastic
For sure.
He said, "Would you do the Nelk Boys?" I didn't know who they were. I did it, and they have a tremendous audience, which you can tell
Ferocious.
Yeah.
right away. I did Dr. Phil the other day.
I saw it.
Yeah, he was
Amazing.
great.
We
No,
love the Nelk Boys, by the way. The Nelk Boy we're talking about is like it's kind of like
His name's Bradley Martin. He's a big fitness
Right.
guy because we know Kyle Forgard, Kyle,
Right.
and John Shahidi for
right?
years now.
They're great.
Bradley's this big 260-pound, bodybuilder, and for years he's called people out. I'm 260. I'm 260. I'll fight you, and got into it with Logan.
And how did it work out?
How you think, Mr. President?
I think you probably did pretty good. I've watched enough of you fight.
It was off camera. It was cool. It was like a duel, like a good old fashioned, just boys being boys, no cameras.
It was a real deal.
The real deal.
And
No rules.
was he finished?
He quit.
He did.
He quit. Yeah.
But we were very impressed with him, actually.
He showed up.
He has no combat sports experience.
Yep.
Stepped up
Oh,
to
he just said
somebody.
that he had muscle, but not the. Not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Just no training.
Yeah.
Just no training.
You ever been in a fist fight, Mr. President?
Probably not. I've been like little, just nothing like. I mean, I'd like to say, yeah, I fought my way through school,
Right.
and I fought my way out of the Wharton School of Finance. But
Yeah.
we didn't have a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
We have fighters, but not that kind of fighters. But I've had a lot of fun. I'll tell you, we had.
That's deep. The man that's about to run and that already ran the most dangerous country in the world never had a fight. That's why I be trying to tell y'all dudes, man, let me take my glasses off. Y'all keep bragging about hood rights and hood politics. The most gangster dudes in the world are nerds. Dudes on the block, y'all scoring points for the enemy. Then go to jail, do a decade, do 20 years, come home with your chest stuck out like you want some goddamn a badge of honor. Dogs, you went in there, spent your best years, and now you're about to die broke in the same hood, doing the same shit. Meanwhile, these dudes in corporate suits, y'all don't get it. These are the real gangsters. The real gangsters that's running the world and running the corporations and making decisions over your life ain't never even had a fight. They learn to think ahead, so they fight with the pen. Y'all busting shots at each other. They signing laws that's controlling you.
Time over the years, I've been very much involved with Mike Tyson. Mike is a great guy. My son, I have a beautiful boy, Baron, and he loves Mike Tyson.
He's a big boy. Big boy.
Huge.
He's a big boy, 6'9".
6'9".
6'9".
No, Haas ain't drinking Mad Dog 2020. Haas is drinking water. Water and coconut water. No alcohol. Thank you.
PDF's at 6'7".
And I couldn't get him to play basketball, play soccer. He's a good athlete, too. Good student,
Big
good
boy
athlete.
for soccer.
But he's 6'9".
It's insane.
Good looking guy, but he is a tall one. There's no question. I say, Baron, I don't want to take a picture next to you. It's
Neither do we.
Crazy. We ought to make him a fighter, man.
No, I don't want. Guys, it's 2024. We want to spend less and save more. That's just a fact. But how? How are we supposed to save when we're paying inflated prices for everyday essentials like gas and and groceries? Look, you can't just cut those purchases out of your budget. But now, thanks to my 2024 money back hack, you can get cash back from them with Upside. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. With Upside, you get cash back on every single purchase. Upside is my secret weapon for staying on track with my savings goals. To get started, download the Upside app. It's free. Also, use my promo code IMPULSIVE for 25 cents back on every single gallon on your first tank of gas. Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Pay as usual, however you would with a credit or debit card. Follow the steps in the app and get paid. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can get 3 times more cash back with Upside. Hey, plus, Upside doesn't sell your personal information to third parties. Woo! They know that your information is a vital part of their trusted relationship with you. Upside users are earning hundreds of dollars a year. That's probably why they have a 4.8.
Man, we ain't doing no Upside. Get back to the president.
And I thought he was
Great striker.
he was
Everyone wants to come out of the cage and meet you after they
They
win.
do.
And
Yeah,
when-
they
and
do.
when
I'm very honored by it. Every time they win, they jump out.
Yeah.
They jump out of that cage like it's nothing. I don't know. It's pretty high, but they have no problem.
And when you enter the arena, there's an eruption of cheers.
Yeah.
But I remember, because I've been going to UFC for a while, like it wasn't always like that. There was a very clear like shift in the perception of you. Do you feel like you feel that now more than ever?
I don't know. You know, I've done it in Vegas, Miami. I do it with Dana. Dana wants me to do that, and I do it. And it is an eruption. He said like he's never heard before. They actually stopped a fight. One of the fighters were walking out, and there's a fight going on, and these guys are really going at it, and they heard this crazy sound, and they stopped the fight. They both stopped fighting. They're looking over what happened. They probably thought bad things were happening to the arena. But no, it's been great, and he is just somebody you have to really respect. I imagine you guys do, but he gets these fighters from all over the world, and they are some really talented people, and I have respect for fighters. When you can take 200 shots to the face and then look forward to the second round.
Yeah.
It's interesting. A lot of wrestlers want to be.
The nigga Trump said you could take 200 punches to the face and look forward to the second round. Crazy. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Do the UFC thing, but they can't take the shots because they're wrestlers. I've been with a lot of them, and because at the White House we honor the national champion wrestlers and tennis players and sort of everything. We have but speaking to the wrestlers, some of them, there's somebody named Bo Nickel who I think is going to be great. He's a fighter.
Fantastic.
He was a UFC fighter, and you'll be watching him. But he doesn't mind if he gets hit. He doesn't mind. Some people don't want that.
Speaking of conflict and fighting, since you left office, the number of global conflicts has skyrocketed. And I know
That's terrible.
Khabib talked to you about it quickly when you spoke with him. I think 2 weeks ago about President Biden authorized the use of American weapons in Russia, which has now led to a fleet of Russian warships coming towards Cuba.
This is what I want y'all to start paying attention to, because I posted this up on Instagram, and all in the comment sections, they sit up there saying this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie.
What are your thoughts and concerns around our current handling of our relationship with Russia?
Well, the Russian attack on Ukraine would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. It's just a shame. So many dead people. You look at just the soldiers. It's 500,000 soldiers between the both countries. But so many dead people. So many towns and villages and buildings and magnificent culture just being wiped out. You okay over there?
So small.
Yes.
Did y'all hear what he just said? See, now we get into the meat and the potatoes. What y'all don't understand is, do y'all think that we're going to engage in a war with Russia? And that there ain't going to be no casualties amongst us civilians? I don't think y'all understand how bad this war is going to get. When Russia start fighting with America, China is getting involved. We got warships already on the coast of Florida, over by Cuba, having war games. And y'all niggas is talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and who he about to fake fight? Who he about to fake fight? I told y'all 1,000 times over. And niggas be still in my shit. In the days of Rome, when the politicians was politicking, they kept y'all at the arena watching the gladiators clashing the swords. I was the first one that said this on the internet. The niggas started saying it all over the place. You got warships in Cuba. You got presidents talking about giving the enemies to America missiles. And y'all talking about Gervonta Tank Davis? Are you kidding me? The same things that make you laugh or make you cry.
Sounds good. Nice book, by the way. That's,
That's
We'll
his
get to
book.
that.
That's his book.
That's
About
it.
overcoming drug addiction.
It's a bestseller about the opiate epidemic, which
oh, that's
we'll
good.
talk
Wow,
about.
that's a great topic because it's so sad to see what's happening. So bad, but it's a shame because it never would have happened.
The opioid epidemic. You mean the shit that got the dudes in the hood calling themselves right. The shit that the real niggas in the hood is pushing on our people? Right.
It didn't happen during my 4 years. It didn't happen. It wouldn't have happened. I got along very well with Putin. I got along with Zelensky, but it wouldn't have happened. And October 7th would have never happened. And inflation would have never happened. And the withdrawal, the kind of withdrawal we were getting out of Afghanistan with dignity and strength, but to get out the way, I think it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country. And I actually think that the way Afghanistan worked, I think that when Putin looked at that, he said, wow, let's go in. And you know who else looked at it? President Xi of China. And he is looking at Taiwan and he's drooling. He's drooling over Taiwan. And so something could happen there. We've lost a lot of respect. They're laughing at us all over the world. And that wasn't happening 4 years ago.
They laughing at us all over the world as the dollar bill is being ditched by all these countries, which means inflation, the cost of living is going up. And as the cost of living is going up, so many YouTube channels is going down. But you notice how they moving certain celebrities in a position, because we all know HASSAN, Campbell, and others was the king of this. Now they infiltrating, or rather they pushing our numbers down and pushing the celebrities' numbers up so that they can control who's influencing you. See, Wallow and Gilly will make you laugh and give you $1 million worth of game, but you will never see them touching on topics like this because they took the oath.
You back in office, you think we'll get that respect back?
Yeah, we'll get it back. We'll get it back.
What's your relationship like with Vladimir Putin?
I think very good, but I was tough with him. You know, I ended the pipeline. He built, it's called Nord Stream 2. Nobody ever heard of Nord Stream 2 until I got involved. And it was the biggest project ever done in Russia. I mean, you know, this was a pipeline that was going to supply oil and gas to all over Europe, Germany in particular. And I said, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to Germany? I said, we're defending you under NATO and you're paying billions of dollars a month to Russia. You mean we're defending you and you're giving the people we're defending you from, we're giving you the defense, but you're giving them money at massive amounts. Probably the biggest project, you know, most important, one of the most important projects they've ever done. I ended it. It was dead. It was gone. And then this guy comes in and he approves it, but he kills Keystone. You know, the Keystone XL.
Yeah.
So it's sad. But Putin said to me, it's the biggest thing. You ended it. You ended the pipeline. He said, they all say you and I are friendly, but I'd hate to see you as an enemy. But this was the biggest, you know, this was massive amounts of money. And
But that's
everything.
how you
But
talk to him
Biden
like
came
that?
in, huh?
You talk to him like that?
Oh, no, I had a very good relationship. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. And I'm trying.
So what happens to us if Putin decides to continue on with that pipeline? Inquiring minds want to know.
Tell people, no, it's a good thing. They've got, I would give you the exact number, but they gave a lot. Just under 2,000 nuclear weapons, and we do also. And when you have nuclear weapons, and even if you don't have nuclear weapons, getting along is good, but be the tough one, be the smart one, get along is good. I tell the press all the time, no, the fact that I get along with Kim Jong-un, North Korea,
That's crazy.
President Xi,
That's crazy.
it's all good stuff getting along, but nobody ever took money out of China like me. I took hundreds of billions of dollars out in the form of tariffs and taxes. No other president took it, not 10 cents. And, you know, China built their military because of the United States. The United States was giving them hundreds of billions of dollars a year in excess flow. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. But we took out hundreds of billions of dollars from China. And I still got along with President Xi until COVID. That was a breaking point. But
Until COVID, huh? But I didn't know that. So China was taking billions of dollars from us, and Trump stopped that. See, paying attention and listening, we starting to learn a little something that I never even knew. Did y'all?
no, but he was a guy that I respected. Like he liked me and I liked him. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. You know, the press says, "Oh, isn't it?" You say, "Yeah, he's a leader. He's a smart guy." They say, "A smart man." They say, "Oh, Trump said he was smart." Yeah, he leads 1.4 billion people. It's a little bit on the smart side. But I got along with him. I got along with Kim Jong-un. That would have been a nuclear war. If Hillary Clinton had gotten in office, we would have been in a nuclear war with North Korea. He was ready for it. When I was with him, nobody else could meet him. All of a sudden, the dam broke, and we started talking a little bit. We got together, as you know, twice. Got along very well.
If Hillary Clinton would have got into office, he's telling you that we would have been at nuclear war. And right now, with Putin in office, we on the brink of nuclear war. And y'all partying? 2000 party over. Oops, out of time. So tonight we gonna party like it's 1999. Prince, it was written.
But we were in no danger from them, and we were in serious danger before I got there. I'm telling you, you would have had a nuclear war if Hillary Clinton got in.
I'm so curious of what this conversation with really powerful world leaders looks like behind closed doors. Like, is it candid, or do you exercise grace, or you talk like boys?
Everyone's different. No, but everyone's different. It's like when you're talking to people, when you're doing interviews with people, when you're fighting people, they're all different. You know, you fight them a different way, you talk to them a different way, but everyone's different. But I had very good relationships with everyone. The funny thing is I got along with the tough ones much better than I got along with the weak ones. You had some real weak ones too. I didn't get along with them as well. It's strange. Must be a personality
It's probably a
defect.
good thing.
Huh?
It's probably a good thing that you get along with
I get along with the tough
leaders of the
ones.
largest countries.
You know, there's a very tough one, Viktor Orban, and he's the Prime Minister of Hungary. And he said that the reason the world is blowing up because Trump isn't president. When Trump was there, everybody respected Trump. He said was afraid of Trump. I don't want to use that term because that's, you know, I don't want to say, oh, they were afraid, like a child would say. But they respected me. But he said everyone listened to Trump. They were afraid of Trump. They couldn't figure Trump out, and they all listened. And they did listen. And we had no wars. We had no nothing. I defeated ISIS, got rid of the biggest terrorist ever, maybe, just about ever. But we defeated, think of that, we knocked out ISIS, 100% of the ISIS caliphate, and started no wars. I wasn't in any wars. Now that, I don't know how you may feel about that, because you know, you're a warrior, right? Because all fighters, and you're a real fighter, by the way.
It's not good. It's not good. I don't shy away from conflict.
I never really, I'm going to be honest. I never really believed in ISIS. I couldn't see Muslim terrorists naming their army after a Greek goddess. That just didn't make any sense to me. Muslims name their army after a Greek goddess when they don't believe in shirk, blasphemy. I never believed in it. I'm sorry. I just, that's just me.
There's a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's not good. You're much more diplomatic than I probably would be.
You know, it's very interesting though. So Khabib came up to me after the fight the other night, and you know, you guys would probably say he's the best ever, maybe, and you know,
Probably
certainly he probably is, and are very close, right? John Jones, a lot of people say,
I'd say 1 and 2.
and you know, and he said to me, "Oh, I hope you can get in because we have to stop the wars. We have to stop the killing. The killing." He was so smart. He understood it, and I think he's friends or was friends, but I think he is friends with Putin very much.
Yeah.
But he said we have to stop the killing, and it's true. And I think I'd have that war stopped if I was president-elect. Right after the election, if I win, I will get that war stopped. I'll get it stopped fast before I get to office. If it's not stopped before then,
Talking about Russia, Ukraine.
I'm talking about Russia, Ukraine. We'll get it stopped.
On the
So
flip
many
side-
people are being killed. Far more people are being killed. And I thought it was great when Khabib came up to me and he says, "We've got to stop all of the killing in the world." He's a very smart guy, very interesting guy. We talked for a while.
Do y'all not hear the urgency in what he's saying? The urgency of what he's saying. Do y'all realize that if this war spills over anymore into World War III, that you ain't gonna have no choice but to hug your sons and your daughters, because they're gonna have to go overseas and fight. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? Hit the like button, man. Let the algorithm know that y'all approve of what we saying. Hit the like button.
On the flip side, or on the other side of the continent, the Gaza situation has been
Horrible.
big news over the past year or so. The United States has always been, you were always a staunch ally of
Right.
Israel. Has your sentiment on Netanyahu or on his regime changed at all in light of any of the events of the past 6 months?
No, look,
Hold up. I seen the comment real quick. This is not how I fight, Haas. Tell that to the people in Gaza. Tell that to the people in Ukraine. You didn't just hear Trump say that the civilians are becoming casualty of war? You ain't got no choice but to fight. You don't have no choice. It's either you gonna fight or you gonna run. Because when those nuclear tidal waves, from the ocean come up and start washing into your communities, you can't live in radiated areas that's been contaminated by radiated waters. I told you to live your life on the run and stay dangerous at the same time. Trump is telling you. They are having the deepest conversation in this country right now. He's having this with bloggers, with YouTubers, with content creators. And he's letting you know the serious hot water we are in America, this sinking ship. America is a sinking ship. Out with the old, in with the new. Sometimes you got to destroy to rebuild. This is why there's smart cities being formed right now. But when the smart cities be formed right now, what you are seeing in history right now, what you are seeing in front of your lying eyes right now, is what happened to us in the past. You was erased through wars, and different colonizers took over and fed you the BS that you were slaves and you came from over here. No, you was already here. And the same thing is about to happen all over again. And you're going to be cast up under the same spells all over again as being slaves all over again. Because a lot of us that's my age, we're not going to make it. Your bodies can't even handle what's to come. I don't even care how many push-ups you do. For 40 years of your life, you've been eating bad. And even if you ain't been eating bad, you've been breathing in bad air. You've been drinking bad water. Your check engine light is getting ready to come on. You have no torch to pass to your children. The only thing that black people have in black America is black entertainers with black hearts.
Shame that it should have never happened. It would have never happened. Iran was broke when I was president. Nobody was allowed to buy oil. Nobody was allowed to buy anything. They were broke. A Democrat congressman on Deface the Nation, the show Deface the Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Deface the Nation, yes. Commonly known as Face the Nation, but I don't call it that.
You have a name for
I think I have a name for everything. I'll end up with a name for you two guys by the time.
Yeah.
But it'll be,
I can't wait to hear
no,
more.
no, they'll be good names. They'll be good names. But so he was on the show and he said, whether you like Trump or not, Iran was broke during Trump's. They would have made a deal within 1 week, and now they have $250 billion. We would have had a deal done in literally.
I caught that comment. Big Trucker TV. Here highs go fear mongering again. See, fear is for cowards. My mother didn't raise a coward. I don't fear death. I don't fear war. I mean, at the end of the day, black people been fighting in black neighborhoods on the street corners every day for my whole life. Fear is something that's in you. I don't know what fear is. I know how to get ready. I know when there's a food shortage, I know how to use my money to stack up on food. I know when there's a water shortage, I know how to stack up and go get bottled water. I know that if the power goes out, I have charcoal. I have a grill where I can grill my food outside in my yard. See, it's things like that. I know worst case scenario, as long as I have an axe, as long as I have an axe, as long as I have a knife to hunt, as long as I have a striker, I could create fire. What are we talking about? As long as I got a bow and arrow, I could shoot. I could hunt. What are we talking about? Some of us is prepping. Some of us is mentally getting prepared for the inevitable. You, when shit hit the fan, your heart gonna pump Kool-Aid. You're gonna be so in fear that before the beef even get to you, your heart gonna bust. You're gonna have a stroke. You're gonna have a heart attack because you can't handle it. You can't stand the rain. You ain't built like that. We just having a conversation, and the first thing that you tried to spread in the comment section is fear. Fear. What's that 50 Cent song? I can feel your heartbeat. You scared. Chill, son. It's just a conversation. Eh? It's just a conversation. Damn, you already took the coward way out. We ain't even start fighting. You the type of nigga that we can't even take to the club. We go to the club, it's 10 dudes over there, it's 5 of us. You in the corner screaming, Adrian, Rocky, we can't win. So as soon as the punches start going, you done dipped out instead of helping. Damn, Gina. Play with me. Pull your skirt down, B.
In 1 week after the election, and it was ready. They were absolutely, and they had no money for Hamas. They had no money for Hezbollah. They were broke, stone cold broke. Now they have $250 billion. Biden took off all of the sanctions. He let them go. China went to town. I told China, if you buy 1 barrel of oil from these people, you're not doing any business with the United States. They took a pass, no oil. and other countries likewise. And we would have had a deal. Would have been a great deal for everybody. We would have had a deal. Now they have $250 billion. They made it all in 3 years, 3.5 years. They made it all during this Biden term. I mean, he gave him $6 billion for 5 hostages, right? You saw that recently, a couple of months ago. $6 billion.
Biden gave up $6 billion for 5 hostages. Wow.
For 5 hostages. He made the swap. The Prince of Terror, they call him. He's the best arms dealer ever, they say. Who knows what that means, but he was a great arms dealer. For the basketball player that wouldn't stand up during the national anthem, she thought that was a good time to tie her sneakers. And that was not...
Yo, I forgot about that. They paid for the terrorists. And but did you hear how he just broke her down? She wouldn't stand for the national anthem. The he shit? She decided that she wanted to tie her sneakers. Trump telling you, in other words, leave that dyke.
Exactly the greatest trade, but he gave $6 billion on top of everything. $6 billion with a B, and they don't know what they're doing. And when you do that, you know, when you start paying that kind of money, a lot of other people are going to be missing all of a sudden. They're going to be missing, and hey, let's make a trade. And that's already happening. You just can't do that. I got 58 people out. We never paid any money. 58 people, 58 hostages. We never paid money. Because once you pay money, you're going to be doing a lot. In other words, you're going to keep doing it. So you can't do that.
This episode is sponsored by myself. I sponsored it myself. Prime X, guys. We just dropped Prime X.
Shut up.
I want to ask about money. Money in this country.
Go ahead.
I've had a very fortunate career.
Yeah.
I've made some money. And
More money than you ever thought possible.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah, no, I know the
Absolutely.
kind of money you make because I know when you have a top event and your shows, but these events are doing fantastic.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
you've done is incredible.
Yeah, I'm very blessed, and part of the reason that I believe I'm blessed is because of this country, and I think in a way I'm kind of living like the modern day American dream. You know, I had access to a phone and could start my business and reach the entire world on this device. So,
Excuse me, did you guys?
He said I had access to my phone, started my business, and reached the world. What are you doing? That's why niggas is mad at me. I refuse to even get a laptop. I don't even own a laptop. I had a laptop. I lost the plug to it, went to the store. The laptop broke inside Best Buy, and I never even bought another one. I went viral all these years, became a household name by doing just like this. I ain't even learned to study how to use this technology. That's why dudes is mad at me. The internet is the new streets. Get off them corners. Leave them corny niggas out there standing outside by themselves. Lonely. And I guarantee you, even while they standing outside, they sit up there looking at their phones. If you outside, why you keep looking at your phone, my nigga? If you outside and y'all don't like these internet cats, why you always looking at your phone? Instagram and Facebook wasn't created for the real niggas. It was created for the internet niggas. But y'all constantly posting and throwing shade and throwing shots at niggas on the internet. I come from the streets. You can have that. I'll take the internet over the streets any day.
Like separately?
Me and Jake?
Yes.
Nah, together.
Oh, you started together?
Together on YouTube.
And did you branch out? Each have your
Yeah,
own thing?
well, eventually, because I went to college. Jake was
Yeah.
still in high school. He ended up dropping out. I finished my first year.
It's an amazing 2 stories, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Who makes more money?
It depends on the year. It depends if Jake has fights.
and it depends on when this sells. Right?
Yeah. I think.
Is that your new drink? Oh, that's good. Oh, well,
yeah.
If you make it, I like it.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's got to be good. It's got.
How much money is Jake Paul worth?
According to Wikipedia, personal life. Paul has Irish, Welsh, Jewish, French, and German ancestry. Paul has a net worth of approximately $17 minus 30 million. In January 2022, Forbes reported that Paul made approximately $38 million from boxing in 2021, making him the 46th highest paid athlete in the world for that period.
So in 1 year, he made $38 million off of boxing. Off of boxing. The People's Son, thank you for sponsoring this war, family. Appreciate you. These are YouTubers. And I got a nigga in my DM talking about get a job. Why would I want to get a job? This is a job. It's just that they rigging the game on us. You ain't never seen me live with less than 5,000 people. Now they trying to keep us where we barely have 2,000 people in the building. Somebody don't want me to look like the big YouTuber. Let me ask y'all a question. In y'all mind, in y'all thoughts, who y'all think is sabotaging my page? Who y'all think is sabotaging my page? I'm reading the comment section right now. Yeah, get a job. Nah, Zip too dumb to do that. Zip too dumb to do that. Zip is too dumb to do that. Whack, one of them. Feds, most definitely. Whack and the feds go hand in hand. CIA, your people, black people, right. That's why I tell you, I hit the like button, man. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button.
Look, something's propelling him to fight world champions to a draw, right?
Yeah. We actually made this American
that's
Prime
beautiful.
special
Wow.
for this episode. It's a hydration boost.
It's doing fine, doing well.
We did 1.2 billion last year.
That's great.
Year two.
That's fantastic.
But I'm blessed to have even just be able to say that is insane. But my question is for other young people in this country who are looking to get ahead, because for a lot of them times are tough right now.
It's very tough.
What would you say to them, kids who want to pursue their own version of the American dream and try to achieve their wildest dreams and make it all come true?
I would say very simply, honestly, vote for Trump. Because with Biden, you're never going to do it. This country is going to hell. Vote for Trump. You know, we're doing great with youth. We're doing great with...
He said, with Biden, this country is going to hell. Hold your head. You're doing great. All in, appreciate you. Thank you, family. You are so special. And y'all make sure y'all follow sis. This country is going to hell.
African Americans, with Hispanic Americans through the roof, both of those groups, with women, with men, and with young people, we're doing very well. But I say vote for Trump. If you don't have the right guy in the lead, the country's not going to, you know, if the country doesn't do well, it's much harder to do even what you do. Okay, even what you do. So that would be a simple message. I really mean it, actually.
The same opportunities he's had in America, I've had as well. My road has been a little bit rockier, as we were talking about in my book, The Fifth Vital. I spent 8 years addicted to heroin, living on the East Coast. In what I considered, you know, I think a lot of people consider.
So you were addicted?
Correct.
Wow.
I think a lot of people consider it to be the great opiate
Let me see the book.
epidemic.
Can I see the book?
Absolutely.
We're gonna make this.
Wow. Shout out to him for beating that. You can do anything you put your mind to, man.
Best-selling book.
There's a message. There's a
It's
message
such
for
no.
me.
It's such an important.
It's actually
Where's
already
my camera?
it's already a
Go
best-selling
out and
book.
buy this book. It's great.
That was for you, I believe.
I wrote a message to you in there. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to
It's-
keep it.
Thank you
But
so much.
it's such an important topic. Yeah, seriously, that's so important.
There's a lot of people that are still kind of wrapped up in that world, and I just want to
Yeah.
ask you some questions. In 2023, the DEA seized more than 80 million fentanyl-laced fake pills, and 12,000 pounds of fentanyl powder. There's so many people out there on the streets right now without access to resources with mental health care, rehabilitation centers.
Yeah.
What's your plan to continue to stem the flow of fentanyl into the country, as well as help the people who have already fallen victim to the opiate epidemic?
So when I took over, you know, it was drug infested. When I ran in 2016, I ran on the border and I fixed the border, and I couldn't even use it in 2020 in the campaign, even though I got millions of more votes than I got the first time. I couldn't talk about the border because I fixed it. And I'd say to my people, I want to talk about the border. I was proud of the job we did. We had it fixed. It was really in good shape. And drugs were at the lowest point in years. And, not only people, drugs, human trafficking, which is such a horrible thing.
Let me stop right there for a second. So Trump fixed the border. He slowed down human trafficking. He had the most arrests, the most raids on human trafficking in history that I've ever seen. And it's safe to say, under the Biden administration, the ones that Charlemagne the God and Mike Son, Tamika Mallory, and Black Lives Matter put in. So it's safe to say, up under the Biden administration and Black Lives Matter, our communities was flooded with fentanyl, and the death toll went up. Am I correct? Right. The people's son, another 10 for that water bill. I know it's high with the fish pond. Yes, it damn sure is. Thank you, family, for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you.
You think of it as like an ancient kind of a crime, and it's bigger now than ever before because of the internet. The internet has made a lot of these things much bigger than they have ever been. When you think of human trafficking, mostly in women, by the way, people don't know that, mostly in women, where they put them in trunks of cars, they have compartments. It's so horrible. And I had it down to the lowest level, just about, I guess, in recorded times. So what you have to do is you have to be very tough on that. We had a deal on the fentanyl is pouring through. I bought millions of dollars worth of equipment. Believe it or not, they call it sniffing equipment, but believe it or not, the best thing to find it, you can spend millions of dollars on equipment and machinery to find drugs coming through, sort of finds it. The best thing is a German Shepherd born in a certain dog. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
They go right to it. It's not even, there is no machine. They spend $2.5 million for machinery, and the dog is much better.
More dogs.
And
Yeah.
we literally bred those dogs. It's a very specific type of German Shepherd from a certain part of the world. It's the most incredible thing. We worked very, very hard on that. I was with President Xi. It comes from China and it comes in through the southern. So Mexico's it comes through the southern border. And I was with President Xi, and I told you we got along great. The COVID was a step too far.
So wow. The Chinese gave us COVID and they gave us fentanyl. What a deadly combination. The Chinese gave us COVID and they gave us fentanyl. What a deadly combination.
As far as I was concerned, but we got along great. And I said, do you have a drug problem? He said, no, they give the death penalty in China. If you sell drugs, I said, I'd like you to give the death penalty to people that are making fentanyl and sending it over to our country. And he was going to do that.
Wow.
And then we had the election result. And of course, Biden never picked up that conversation. I told them about it. But he was going to give the death penalty. If he did that, you would have had this literally stopped, almost stopped. But we have to be very, very strong at the border. This is a plague and
That's deep right there. So basically, Trump had it to where that China was about to be on top of the Chinese and give them the death penalty for sending fentanyl into America. And Trump didn't pick up the conversation. Biden didn't pick up the conversation. So it's safe to say that Trump is indirectly telling you that Biden is behind the fentanyl crisis that's going on in America. Or am I bugging? Do you think that this is a biblical election? Of course it is. We are living in the signs of the times, and the trumpet is blown. In the Quran, the Holy Quran, Allah speaks about when the trumpet is blown. Trump is blowing the trumpet. Get it? Trumpet, the signs of the times.
numbers, they'd say 70,000, 80,000. I think it's probably 250 or 300,000. This is like a war. There's rarely a war. I mean, how many wars are we losing? 300,000 people a year. And everybody knows a family. I know many families where their children die and they're not even addicted. They take a pill that's unrelated and it got a little bit of fentanyl. They say you can take the head of a needle and you just put a piece on it and that's enough to kill like 10 people. It is a really horrible thing. And I would have had China giving the maximum penalty. They would not have been sending it. And I had a deal worked out with President Xi, but of course Biden didn't follow up, just like he didn't follow up on the Abraham Accords, which would have been a great thing to do. So we have to be very tough on the border. And that includes drugs as well as people, as well as people not coming in from jails and prisons and, mental institutions, which is happening now at levels that nobody's ever seen before. It's crazy. How can it be good? It's so bad. And I guess they're either stupid, which they're not, they hate our country, or they want to get these people for votes. A lot of people think that's the thing, if they want to get them for votes. But the destruction, the damage that Biden's done to our country by having 16, 17 million people already in, it's much more than they said. It's probably 17. It could be even higher than that. In our country,
17 million people? And the bulk of them people is coming to New York City. In urban areas. This is going to get ugly.
and these are not people that are going to make America great again. These are people that have a lot of issues. And we're going to have a lot of issues as long as they're here. And we're going to get them out. We have to get them out.
Mr. President, I got the 10-minute warning from the team, which is now 8-minute.
Let's let him go a little longer. It's fine. I like it. Is that okay? Yeah, let him go a little bit longer, okay? Look at these two guys. And then it'll turn out to be a lousy show, and I'll say, you were right, Jason. It'll be good. So go for another 20 minutes.
Go for another 20 minutes. That's what's up, Trump. It's crazy because I don't trust no politician. And I think that this is written, it's scripted, but I like this book that we read. And I actually like, up into this chapter right here, with Trump, I like Trump. But I don't trust none of these politicians. I'm being real with you. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. But if I had to go along with what Trump is saying and listening to him, it's like, wow. This story ain't gonna end too good. Something just ain't right. If Trump make it into office, it's a good possibility he's gonna end up like JFK. Yeah, the symptoms already predicted it.
Is that all right? Okay, good.
Thank you, Jason.
It seems to be a nice flow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, you did reality.
I'll be in trouble with my people like Biden says, I don't have that problem. But, well, first of all, he couldn't do this interview. You asked him questions like this?
No, we were talking about that. We were like,
we'd like to extend the invite to Joe Biden if he'd like to come on this podcast.
Yeah, I think you should. You know what chance you have of getting him on? I'd say less than 1%. Okay? If you did that, I'd actually watch that one. Okay, see how long it lasted.
So there are two questions I have to ask.
Wow, they just, yo. Wow. But it's crazy though, because look what's going on. You got Trump with Chef G. Shout out to Chef G. You got Trump with Jake Paul and his brother, Logan Paul. And then you got Biden with Kamala Harris and Fat Joe. get back to this video. Think about it. Think about it. There we being infiltrated.
The first one's kind of fun. Aliens. I want to talk to you about aliens.
Yeah.
UFOs, UAPs.
I know.
The disclosure we've seen in Congress
Yeah.
recently. It's confusing and upsetting a lot of Americans because there's something happening. There are unidentified aerial phenomena in the sky. We don't know what they are. Do you?
So it's such a question I do get a lot, and it's such an interesting question. I've met with pilots that look just like you, actually. Okay, they have more of a crew cut. Okay, they look like him, and they look like you. Some of them look like you,
A little fatter.
but these are perfect people,
Okay.
and they're not
Crazy.
conspiratorial. They're not crazy,
Yeah.
and they tell me stories that they've seen things that you wouldn't believe. These are not people that you would say, "Gee,
No way.
oh, that's
No way.
okay."
President of the United States.
But
I said. which
Who is it?
both
That's
sides.
Joe Biden wanting to do an interview. So I've met with pilots, like beautiful Tom Cruise, but taller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Handsome, perfect people. Sir, there was something there that was round in form and going like 4 times faster than my super jet fighter plane. And I look at these guys and they really mean it.
Yeah.
And am I a believer? No, I can't say I am. But I have met with people that are serious people that say there's some really strange things that they see flying around out there. And if you go to Nevada,
Did he just say? Did y'all hear what I just heard? Did Trump say he don't believe it? He need more. Did Trump just say he don't believe it? He said, I looked at these guys. They look just like you, Jake and Logan Paul. And I don't believe the hype. The nigga Trump said he don't believe it. So that means if we have an alien invasion, could it be fake? Could it be staged? The nigga Trump said he don't believe it. The nigga said he don't believe it. Wow. Y'all keep talking about UFOs. I keep talking about the Jinn. They don't need flying saucers, my nigga. They already here on this earth. Why do they need an unidentified flying? They already here. They've been here. Why do you think they keep you in one area, packed on top of each other, and they keep you away from other areas? They've been here. There's all types of different things that you're not seeing. Listen, y'all ever watched Star Wars? They have Chewbacca. Remember Chewbacca? They got those. You ever sat up there and watched Game of Thrones? And you see the giants? Then you hear the rumors of the giants? You don't hear the stories about the last giants that they killed. The American soldiers killed the last of the giants over there in Afghanistan in those tunnels. Y'all don't pay attention. They already here. So this Project Blue Beam, alien invasion that's to come, Men in Black, your president just told you it's bullshit. Damn, this was a deep interview.
look at that little section of where they go to look at the aliens, where they think all the aliens are landing. That, it's one of, I think it's maybe the number one tourist attraction in the United States.
Roswell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roswell. I think it's the number one. It's the lines of people waiting. You have no idea how many times I'm asked that question.
But don't you have access to that information?
I have access, and I speak to people about it. I've had actually meetings on it, and they will tell you there's something going on. When they say things are going 4 times faster than my beautiful top of the line airplane that goes, real
with no identifiable propulsion
Mach
system.
2,
Yeah.
right?
These things are creating their own gravity fields, allegedly.
Well, they have people that are very smart and very solid have said they believe there is something out there. And, it makes sense that there could be. I've never been convinced, even despite that. I just, for some reason, it's not my thing. But a lot of people believe that it's true. A lot of very good, solid people.
Don't believe the hype. Trump said, I don't believe it's true. He can't say, I know it's a lie. He can't say that we have technology to make you see Jesus in the sky. He can't say that we have CERN, Project Bluebeam, Project HARP. He can't say that we make clouds. Make it rain and clear it out. And make it rain and clear it out. He can't say that. But he's telling you, I just don't believe. Wow. Wow. This interview was powerful.
It's true.
What? And
I know there are illegal aliens out there, but those are the ones that come through the border. We have plenty of them. Those are the ones I know. When you say aliens, I say, are they illegal aliens? These might be illegal, but we don't want to test them.
Yeah.
Because if they can go 4 times faster, we're not going to test them.
Wow.
So it's an interesting question.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a chance that
Yo! He said no aliens, but we got illegal aliens. He said, I don't know if they go in lightning speed, but we gonna chase them. Wow. Is Trump the illest nigga in Nebraska? Wow.
of these orgs is potentially hiding information from you about aliens?
I guess so. It's you have the deep state, and you do have a deep state, and certainly they could. But I don't think on this subject. I was interested in it because I've been asked so many times.
Put that on the record. Trump just admitted that we have a deep state. Let's set the record straight. That is no longer a conspiracy. Donald Trump just said in this interview that there is a such thing as the deep state. Wow. Devout Hollywood, peace and love, family. Shout out to you, family. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Wow. Donald Trump just admitted that there is a such thing as the deep state. So no longer, you niggas better not ever come back in my comment section and call me a conspiracy theorist. Because no, your ex-president, about to be president again, just admitted we have to keep Trump in office at all costs. Oh, definitely. This nigga is telling. I'm almost afraid for him. This shit this shit is too good to be true. This shit that niggas is talking about Terrence Howard interview. Y'all better pay attention to what Trump talking about. I don't give a damn about them patterns that he talking about.
And I talked to people that have said that they've, it was a sighting. And it's very believable. It's very possible that there is something. And why wouldn't there be? You take a look at the universe and you see all of the different planets and you see this, look, here we are on one relatively small planet. Why wouldn't there be on a planet that's 400 times the size? Why wouldn't there be somebody? So it's certainly believable to me.
The thought of it freaks me out. It's weird to think that we potentially are only the source of life in like an infinite, ever expanding universe. But technology.
But they'd never be able to take you in a fight.
No chance.
I'll bet on you.
No chance. Send me in.
I'll bet on you.
Send me in. Send me in, my brother. We'll handle it.
That's a good team.
And if we don't come back, I'm sure he will be happy about that too.
The two of you will come back and say hello to him, by the way.
I will.
He's a great guy.
Maybe Elon could get you guys there. You a fan of Elon Musk?
I think Elon might be good for this question. He's a terrific. I looked at the ship that went up, the spaceship, and I never saw this before. I saw this is like 2 years ago. I see the motors coming down, the engines coming down, no wings, no anything, and then I say, what is going on?
Yeah.
And nobody ever saw that before. And if you didn't have him, you probably wouldn't be seeing it, And I called him and said, what's that? He says, well, we want to be able to reuse the engines. I said, they don't have wings, they don't have anything, and they're landing on a platform in the middle of the ocean. I said, how cool is that? I thought I saw it all, but that was, no, he's a spectacular guy.
Well, I mean, between PayPal, Neuralink, Starlink, Tesla, SpaceX,
and other things.
Yeah, he's probably one of the greatest minds.
AI, very big.
That's what I wanted to ask about. Yeah. It was the second question because technology is improving at a rapid pace.
That's right.
The technology that we have right now, the technology that Elon Musk is bringing to the table, makes you question everything that they ever told us about history. Anything that you see Elon Musk doing, they already put in movies 30 and 40 years ago. Everything that he's doing, cryogenics, where you sit up there, you see in the movie Demolition Man. In Demolition Man, you seen them unthaw Wesley Snipes. After being a lifetime inside a freezer. You see the movie Jason X, that them have them little machines where they put Jason on the machine and it grew his limbs back. You see this like the technology where Elon Musk got it to where now they could take the head off of your body and put it on another body. You think that this technology just started? People try to convince you not to believe in heaven and hell, but they could take your thoughts. They could take your consciousness and download it on the internet. They can take your personality, your consciousness, and upload it to the internet. And you telling me you don't believe in heaven and hell? So if he takes your consciousness and put it on the internet, then it's safe to say that he could take Jeffrey Dahmer's, Ted Bundy, Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, and take theirs and put it in the cyber world and have them kill you over and over again on the internet, on the cyber world, and rebirth you all over again, like digital hell. Oh, wow. I don't want to go too far into that. All in. Guys, watch the movie, The Contractor 2023 Trust. So I got to look at that. I never seen that yet. Thank you, sis, for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you.
He's never seen before. And the most recent development in technology that is alarming but also cool is artificial intelligence, AI.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be eventually to a point where we're not able to tell what's real and what's fake.
Ooh.
The era of truth, I believe, is probably slowly, unfortunately, coming to an end, unless you come with receipts. What do you think the government's role in enabling, protecting, or governing AI should be in general? Should this superpower become what we believe it probably will be?
Well, it is a superpower, and you want to be right at the beginning of it, but it is very disconcerting. I said, you used the word alarming. It is alarming when I saw a picture of me promoting a product. And I could not tell. The voice was perfect. The lips moved perfectly with every word. The way you couldn't, if you were a lip reader, you'd say it's absolutely perfect. And that's scary. In particular, in one way, if you're the president of the United States and you announce that 13 missiles have been sent to, let's not use the name of a country. We've just sent 13 nuclear missiles heading to somewhere, and they will hit their targets in 12 minutes and 59 seconds. And you're that country. And there's no way of detecting. You know, I asked Elon, is there any way that, like Russia or China, can say that that's not really President Trump? He said there's no way.
They'd have to rely on secondary alerts.
No, they have to rely on a code that if you don't have a certain code, who the hell's going to check? You got like 12 minutes. And let's check the code. Gee, how's everything doing? So what do they do when they see this, right? They have maybe a counterattack. It's so dangerous in that way. Okay. In another way, it's so incredible that what they do is so incredible. I've seen it. I just got back from San Francisco. I met with incredible people in San Francisco, and we talked about this. This subject is hot on their plates, you know, the super geniuses.
Yeah.
And they gave me $12 million for the campaign, which, you know, 4 years ago, they probably wouldn't have. We had thousands of people on the streets. You saw it. It just happened this last weekend. Yep. I met with incredible people, actually. And this is what everyone's talking about with all of the technology. These are the real technology people. They're talking about AI. And they showed me things, but I've seen things that are so, you wouldn't even think it's possible. But in terms of copycat, now, to a lesser extent, they can make a commercial. I saw this. Yeah. They made a commercial, me promoting a product, and it wasn't me. And I said, did I make that commercial? Did I forget that I made that commercial? It is so unbelievable.
Desmond Brown, thank you for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you, family. Behind the ball, Bullets Gotti was wrong. Now he's buying subscribers. Yo. Trump just said, I'm a little behind here with this AI stuff. Trump just said, now I got to apologize to one of the people in the chat. Drake. Advertising, selling drugs, or whatever the case may be. And somebody in the comment section said, that's AI. I couldn't tell. Now I believe you. Trump said he just seen a video of himself and couldn't tell that it wasn't him. Do y'all know how dangerous this is? Where somebody can use AI to convince your child to come outside through their social media devices. Convince your child to open the door in your locked house while you somewhere else. Open the door. This is mommy. This is daddy. Even your wife. Convince your wife. Come outside. Meet me in such and such. They thinking that it's you. You thinking that it's me. And then the sad part about it is that through this technology today, they made it easy because all a person has to do is have your name and they can get your address. Ain't none of us safe. They just created the digital boogeyman. Sort of like when you watch Terminator and they turned they made the liquid and the liquid dude that can copy and mimic anybody. Just last year, they came out with a pattern with that technology that can shapeshift. But you know what else shapeshifts? What they probably call an AI technology, the gen of shapeshifters. They keep telling you about aliens, but they don't talk about the gen who are shapeshifters. Y'all don't even realize how deep this conversation goes. The rabbit hole goes deep. So now we have to mentally prepare our children, ourselves, to speak in code. And then the sad part about it is that now they got devices, they got buds. The technology is crazy. They got buds that you could put in your ear and it can read your mind. Nothing is sacred no more. Now I'm starting to realize in Islam why the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, told people not to have pictures in your house. And I guess what he probably meant was also the TVs. Because these things can duplicate us, our speech. The same way I'm talking to you right now, AI could take me, this same video, and take my body movements and my language and have me reach out to you, to your family, to my family. You know what's the worst feeling in the world? To have a terrorist or a kidnapper learn how to use AI to convince your child to come outside, and they come out and the boogeyman get them, and in your child's mind or in your wife's mind, they last thought is that daddy set me up. That was daddy. Daddy said come outside, to the boogeyman? Wow. Moving soon. Compare price and save time and money on your next truck or storage rental nationwide with Diddy Truck. Diddy Truck is the only place to price comparison between U-Hauls, Penske, and on budgets at once. Thank you, family, for sponsoring this war. Wow. See, I don't push fear, but this is something that I'm afraid of because it's something that we have absolutely no control over.
So it brings with it difficulty, but we have to be at the forefront. It's going to happen. And if it's going to happen, we have to take the lead over China. China is the primary threat in terms of that. And you know what they need more than anything else is electricity. They have to have electricity, massive amounts of electricity. I don't know if you know that, in order to do these, essentially it's a plant. And the electricity needs are greater than anything we've ever needed before to do AI at the highest level. And China will produce it because they'll do whatever you have to do, whereas we have environmental impact people, and you know we have a lot of people trying to hold us back. But massive amounts of electricity are needed in order to do AI. And we're going to have to generate a whole different level of energy. And we can do it, and I think we should do it, but we have to be very careful with it. Right? We have to watch it. But it's, you know, the words you use were exactly right. It's the words a lot of smart people are using. You know, there are those people that say it takes over the human race. It's really powerful stuff, AI. So let's see how it all works out. But I think as long as it's there, it
plays out.
And that's just AI. What about when it becomes SI or super intelligence?
No, then they'll have super AI, right? It's super duper.
If AI is one of the most dangerous things that we're facing, and there's a fear of it wiping us out, then why is Elon Musk being allowed to create this? And why do Elon Musk have so much power? And who is putting the money behind Elon Musk to create this evil that's being said to be the end of man? This is not making any sense to me. Even with Trump, he's cool with it. He's not talking about putting an end to it, but he is admitting that it is very, very dangerous. So why would we play with it? Why would we play with that?
Yeah, but what it does is so crazy.
It's amazing.
Now, it could also be really used for good. I mean, things can happen. I had a speech rewritten by AI out there, one of the top people. He said, "Oh, you're going to make a speech?" Yeah. He goes, click, click, click. And like 15 seconds later, he shows me my speech.
That's
written.
That's crazy.
So beautifully. I said, I'm going to use this sucker. I've never seen anything like it.
What'd you say to your speechwriter after that?
You're
fired.
Yeah, I said,
He clicked a button and the speech was made for him. Now, somebody just told me, and I was in my DM, I wasn't really paying it no mind, talking about, yeah, why are you waiting to write your book? AI will write your book for you. Ooh. AI will write my book for me? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because what they telling you in so many words is that when people sitting up there saying that Gucci Man was cloned and Kanye was cloned and AI can finish to where you can't even tell the difference? Huh? Wow. You can't tell the difference?
you're fired, Vince. Get the hell out. No. This was so crazy. It took it and it made it unbelievable. And it's so fast. You just say, I'm writing a speech about these two young, beautiful men that are great fighters and sort of great at a lot of things, and tell me about them and say some nice things, and period. And then it comes out. Logan in particular is a great champion. Jake is also good. See, I'm doing that only because you have to. No, it comes out with the most beautiful writing. So,
shout out to the 3,000 people in the building. Tone, we are living in the last days, Brother Haas. Get right with the Most High. Protect your family. And learn some survival skills. F the system and their puppets. Wherever this technology is going, we need to start learning. So finally, at the 218 mark, they let 3,000 people get in the building. Whose mistake was that, FBI?
one industry I think that will be gone are these wonderful speechwriters. I've never seen anything like it, and so quickly. A matter of literally minutes, it's done. So it's a little bit scary.
Well, as you said, let's see how this plays out. I did get the wrap it up because I do believe your team and I want to shoot a TikTok with you.
Oh, that's good. I'm on TikTok.
We saw your first video, 120 million views, it blew up.
We have a lot of views. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. We did it with Dana.
You went viral.
And we were sort of getting ready to walk into the arena, and there was a lot of crowd, and there wasn't a negative voice in the whole house. It was pretty amazing.
Let's do it again.
Oh, I want to respect your time. I'd like to grab a couple photos, shoot this TikTok.
Absolutely.
120 million views on the way.
Absolutely.
But thank you for joining us on Impulsive, Mr. President.
It's an honor to be with you. You guys are great.
Thank you.
And good luck with your book over here. That's important stuff.
Thank you so much.
An incredible job you did.
Shout out to everybody that stayed in the building. Like, damn, so soon as I sat up there and insulted the FBI or whatever agent, because we just had 3,000 people in the building, they get pissed off and they brought us down from 3,200 down to 2,200. So just like that, from me sitting up there rubbing it in because they made a mistake and let us hit 3,000. They trying to make it seem like this channel was dying off. So now they pulling the numbers down to 2,100. That's why I keep telling y'all to hit the like button. Because the reality of it is, niggas don't cook like I cook. You ain't gonna never get academics to sit over there on his platform and actually break down the shit that I'm breaking down. Because he can't. He tried to tell me that I couldn't talk about the stuff that I'm talking about on my platform, and I looked at him like he's stupid, like dogs. I never took your oath. I never met those people that you met. Those are not my rules. Shit is getting serious all around the world, and the more you get, the more serious it get, the more Diddy shit you get, until Diddy got burnt out. Now you see these channels is quiet, just giving you corny celebrity gossip. The window of opportunity is closing. And the scary part about it is, let me tell y'all something, right? I seen an article where Trump said that if he get in office, I don't know if this is 110% true, but it said that Trump said if he get in office, that he's going to stop taxes. Now, the first thing I said was, yay. Then I said, hold up. So if he stopped taxes, what happened to people on disability? If Trump stopped taxes, what happens to people on welfare? If Trump stopped taxes, what happens to public housing in Section 8? I don't know if y'all been paying attention to some of them TikTokers or the people that's letting you know that big corporations, Macy's, Sears, major corporations are going out of business. They're closing. This is death by design. It's not that they're not making any money. It's not that. They eliminating jobs. Everything is online. Everything is going digital. So my thing is if Trump is going to stop taxes, y'all better keep in mind, the rich don't take care of the poor. The rich is building doomsday bunkers and arming themselves up. The poor's living from paycheck to paycheck. The middle class is on the verge of living in poverty and pain, something that they was trying to escape their whole life. Are you not entertained? Do y'all understand that corporations are buying up the farmland and the land that is good, where you can actually get good crops out of? So when the people that own everything even owns the animals, how do you eat? Have you ever heard the song, Tell Me How You Gonna Breathe With No Air? How you gonna breathe with no air? No air, no air. Their technology is getting crazy. You know, China's building a sun, a generator with the power of the sun. I told y'all this a few years ago. I was teaching y'all this. China is building a sun, a generator that has the power of the sun. Why? 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 Tell them that is human nature. Why? How did Michael Jackson know in his song, in his video, Earth Song, how did he know that all of the forests was going to continuously be burning down? Who's burning the woods down? What did he know that we didn't know? Huh? Why is it that China created a moon, an artificial moon? So you created a moon. You created a sun. Why? Is this because y'all preparing for the 3 days and 3 nights of darkness? Why is it that Bill Gates is preparing to block out the sun? Uh-oh. My shit glitching. Y'all see it? Why is it that Bill Gates is preparing to block out the sun? So Bill Gates is preparing to block out the sun. China created a generator to heat the earth up over there, and a moon to go in the skies to light the skies up. Why are we not preparing for all of this? And when do we decide as a people like, yo, these people got too much power and they doing things that can affect our lives, and we not using our voice to say we not with that? When do we say we are not with that? I'm going to need for y'all to start hitting this like button. Because it doesn't make any sense for me to keep going live for another hour or another 2 hours if the algorithm is going to rob me for my numbers and say we didn't even have no people in the building. At least make them out to be the liar that they is. I want y'all to hit that like button so that y'all can prove right now that we really got more people in the building watching than they showing. Hit the like button. It's real on the battlefield, man. We got, yo. I'm not trying to make your heart pump fear. I'm trying to make you put on that thinking cap. Because we got a lot to figure out. And your solution is not my solution. And my solution is not your solution. Because we go in different directions. But we all have to man up and come with solutions. HASSAN, more popping on replay than live. Don't sweat small numbers on a live. Right. Tone. They doing so much behind the closed eyes. CERN, RFID chips coming. Draconian's going to start coming up. 50-50 chances we have an election. It's going to get real. Let me tell you something. One thing I do realize is certain voices are being eliminated. We just seen Alex Jones again. What the courts did to Alex Jones? For those of y'all that just came in the building, that missed the beginning of this live,
facing a day of reckoning as a judge orders his personal assets be sold to help pay off the $1.5 billion he owes Sandy Hook victims.
Fox 8's Sharon Crowley has the details on what could happen to his biggest microphone, his InfoWars platform.
These people want me silenced. It is completely and totally transparent, and the world is seeing through this.
Conspiracy theorists and InfoWars.
What's the best way to silence him? What did they just say? He owes $1.5 billion. So they're going after his platform. Now, if they take his platform and he can't use his platform, he can't generate money to pay the $1 billion that he owed, nor could he use his voice to express himself, because Alex Jones, what Alex Jones did was he built his platform so he don't have to worry about Facebook playing with his numbers, Instagram playing with his numbers, or YouTube playing with his numbers. Now you could come to him, but because they said, okay, we're going to legally take you out through a lawsuit, take your money, and we're going to liquidize your assets, which is your platform, your business, so that you can't generate no more money. They just silenced him.
Host Alex Jones blasting a ruling against him outside a courthouse in Houston, Texas. A federal judge just ordered the liquidation of Jones's personal assets. The court is still deciding on his company's separate bankruptcy case. These legal proceedings leaving the future of his InfoWars media platform uncertain.
This is an attempt at digital assassination. I never said it in any of the things they claimed on Sandy Hook. 2 judges in Texas and Connecticut found me.
I like that saying. I'm still in that. Let's just set the record straight. Digital assassination. That shit's slick. Digital assassin. I like that saying. Alex Jones is a warrior. He don't need prayers. That nigga got a whole following. Alex Jones got a mob. But if they could take his platforms, then he can't connect with his mob. And keep in mind, he's been banned from every other platform. See, I keep telling y'all people, like, your voice is the most powerful thing in the world. Your voice is the most powerful thing in the world. And see, these people, they can easily turn his TV off, rock his snot box. They're not going to make him a martyr. You know how many white people Alex Jones got following him?
Guilty by default, and then had literal show trials on how guilty I was. The $1.5 billion verdict is a fraud. The judges had already told the juries that I was guilty.
Jones owes the families who lost children during the Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting in Connecticut 12 years ago. $1.5 billion is owed those families for his false claims that the school shooting was a hoax. They sued him for telling lies.
Making somebody pay $1 billion because a person says, I don't believe your story, is ridiculous.
To millions of listeners on his InfoWars podcast.
I think the family, I'm not so sure the money is what they're looking for, although if they got money as a result of the loss of their children, that might offer some solace. I think more importantly, they want to defang this horrible human being who's been spewing all these lies and conspiracy theories all these many years. And I think this basically will make it very difficult for him to lead the life of luxury and wealth that he previously led.
During these ongoing lawsuits, the Sandy Hook families testified they were harassed by Jones's followers after his lies. Today's ruling is one more step to getting these families justice. Sharon Crowley, Fox 5 News.
Justice? That's not justice. What they doing to him is not justice. That shit foul. After what happened to William Cooper, I think Alex Jones is lucky. AB, homie, I never get the notifications. The shadow ban is real. BX or B next, salute. Right. They doing it. They doing us dirty over here, but it is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. If there are real people involved and you say it's fake, do you not think that it's emotional pain? Man, listen, emotional pain. If my emotional pain, if you upset because I don't believe the government, if you have emotional pain because we know that a lot of shit that happens with the government is staged so much that we just played the whole hour of Donald Trump saying that the government is full of shit and they full of lies. The president called our government liars and made it clear that we are being ran by deep state. So if Alex Jones don't believe that scenario that happened, and many people besides Alex Jones was calling the people on the scene and proving with images, you had crisis actors that was in different places in different photos on the news. So if Alex Jones didn't believe it, just like most of us didn't believe it, you mean to tell me that we gotta suffer? Now we gotta pay. And the crazy part about it is, I'm not saying let's state the record. I'm not saying that the situation is fake, but some people do believe it's fake. So you mean to tell me that there's a possibility that it might be fake, and Alex Jones is paying fake families? Wow. I think they know Alex can't pay $1 billion. I think this is supposed to be a lesson on not reporting without sufficient proof. That's exactly what they're doing. Hello, that's exactly what they're doing. A hard head makes a soft ass, and he's the example. And if they doing that to him, I know I need to shut my mouth up, because sometimes I got a big ass mouth. Because they're already showing me through my views, like you like to talk, right? Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, you had 9,000 people in the building watching you. Now you barely had 2,000 people in the building watching you. But behind the scenes, when I closed out my YouTube, I had 2,000 people watching when You Better Live podcast was on. After the shit ended, we had 79,000 views, which they didn't show us. So they telling me this is a warning. Warning, warning, warning. We are in the building, and HASSAN Campbell, your mouth is too big. You need to shut up. Because you ain't Alex Jones, and you be sitting on the welfare cheese line. You sit up there laughing at Zip with the drip, talking about he applied for some food stamps. Nigga, you next. If you want to see the future, watch the movie Atlas with Jennifer Lopez. If you want to see the future, all you got to do is rewind this live or go watch that interview with Donald Trump and listen to exactly what Trump told you was just about to happen. The same thing you seeing or you talking about that happened in the movie with Jennifer Lopez and Atlas is the same thing Trump was just talking about. AI is very dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. It can clone you. It can clone you. Trump just sat up there and said that they pressed a button and AI gave a whole speech for him. He said he was looking at the mouth and everything and was sitting up there saying, wow, this is not me. But somebody else in another country can see him send a message out, and within 12 minutes, it could be a nuclear war based off a force interview or a force message that's being sent from him, and it's not him. I didn't realize that the technology with AI was that deep right now, that it was that far advanced, because I haven't been looking into that. But I will start looking into that, because now I know I have to prepare for that. My wife called me, tell me to meet her down the block somewhere. I'm thinking I'm going to meet her because she got a flat tire, and there's some assassins waiting for me? Or better yet, you mean to tell me I could create some digital app or use AI and call out the dude that shot me and act like I'm his mama and have him come outside to a wooded area, and then I could pull my axe out? Shh. I'm just playing, FBI. Shit real on the battlefield. Man, this do-rag hurting my head. Braids coming out. No self-snitching. I'm just playing. I'm joking. Listen, man. Life is too good for me to be going out there trying to chase dudes down and hit them in the head with the headshot. No. Life is too good. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to breathe. Life is too short. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out. There's a grave waiting for me. I done lived a miserable life, a lot of my life being depressed and living in the past. Now it's time for me to live in the present. Tomorrow ain't promised. So I'm going to enjoy today. Today. Enjoy it. And my advice to y'all, let me tell y'all something, right? To all of y'all that's rocking with me. There's nobody's job or responsibility to put a smile on your face. Start learning to be a little bit selfish. Because the people with the good heart finish last. The people with the good heart get stomped out. The people with the good heart, you giving loyalty that you ain't gonna get back. Trust me, I know. All these niggas that be running around talking about they keep it real. I'm real, Shine. No, you not. No, you not. No, you not. Some of these niggas will sell me out for these celebrities so fast it ain't even funny. You think I can't see them? Oh, when I put these glasses on, you think I can't see? These dudes, I sat back and I looked at some shit the other day. I was like, yo, I'm beefing. One of these niggas that I was beefing with, I'm sitting up there seeing some of my mans in they comment section. My peoples, my friends, in they comment sections, liking they posts, but ain't liking mine. And I'm like, wow. See, that's the type of shit right there that make you start reevaluating life. When your friends, when your family are sit up there and be siding with your enemies, that's when you got to start reevaluating life. I learned in life, and I hope y'all learn from me, that I got to separate my feelings. Because shit is going to get too real on the battlefield. So I have to separate my feelings. And you have to separate your feelings. Because you'll be upset feeling like somebody owe you something because you gave them the world and you don't owe them nothing. Or rather, they feel like they don't owe you nothing. And see, me, I'm not agreeing with that. Yeah, nobody don't owe you nothing. Because I could give you a ride to work for 300 days, 365 days out of a year. And that next year I got a flat. Now you got your brand new car. And you won't give me a ride to work because you tired. But I gave you a ride 365 days. And a nigga sit up there and tell you that ain't my problem. You could have said no. And now you looking at the monster that you created. You gave your all to somebody that won't give you nothing back. Them days with me is over. I can tell you right now, it be certain niggas that be calling me and I be asking myself, why do they still call me? Why? Why you still call me? Niggas know that they don't like me. And the crazy part about it is what I learned on social media is that people don't care about whether you right or wrong. Their opinions would sway with the audience. If the audience is ready to turn on you, they gonna turn on you. Them days that I was used to back in the days where you had, like when you watching a movie like The 13th Warrior, when niggas had honors and honor and they'd die together, or when you watch a Chinese flick like The Five Deadly Venoms, where you got niggas that's just gonna go all out with each other to the death, them days is over. Because niggas will ride with you until they don't need you no more. Then they don't have to pretend. Some niggas got your back to the day that they die. And some niggas got your back way back. Because when it's time for them to step up in life and show that support, they not going to do it. I know niggas that ain't even meet niggas that I'm beefing with on the internet. But they already done found a loyalty to niggas that I'm beefing with on the internet because they cool with they niggas. And they'll say shit in support of that nigga and never even met him. And I just be listening to niggas and looking at them like, word? A word? Now, mind you, this is Poppy from back in the days. I'm the same nigga that my gun was blazing for everybody. And when I say everybody, man, listen. I just sat up there. If I sat up there and told some of the stories, matter of fact, I'm going to start doing that. And posting pictures inside my Patreon. I'm going to start giving y'all them stuff because I owe my Patreon. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me in my Patreon. My Patreon is about to get real because I'm about to start dogging the shit out of my fake ass friends. And you know the good thing about it is my friends are so foul. Not only do they not support me on Instagram and like my posts, But they don't support me on Patreon either. So when I start dogging these niggas, they'll never know because they never gonna be there. You should be there. I'm gonna start dogging niggas. Niggas will call me for hundreds and thousands of dollars. Pay bills, pay car notes, pay for birthday parties for their kids, all types of shit like that, but won't pay $5 for my Patreon. How real is that? But niggas call themselves real. That's why I'm telling y'all, stop getting caught up in your feelings. I got caught up in my feelings, nigga. When I got shot outside the Bronx River, a lot of these people, first and foremost, see the crazy part about it is, my friends, if that would have happened to my friends, why they would have been outside, intoxicated, I'd have been on my way immediately rushing to them. A lot of niggas, when people show you who they really are, you better believe them. You better believe them. You better believe them. And see, I got another situation that I really want to tell y'all about, but I can't tell who that person is and what happened with that person because y'all know that person and y'all know the other, y'all don't know the other person. But make a long story, just make sure you ain't sleeping with the enemy. Because when you beefing with a nigga, you beefing with somebody on the internet, and your spouse is sitting up there watching and liking and supporting it, like you beefing with this person. And the person that you sleeping with, you living with, that you wiped up, is actually sitting on the internet supporting the person that you beefing with. Nigga, you sleeping with the enemy. It ain't nothing worse than life than sleeping with the enemy. Because that nigga that you sleeping with or that chick that you sleeping with in that bed, when they decide to show you how they really feel about you and stick the fork in you, you're done. Most relationships like that, I'm telling you right now, they end with the boys in blue. And it ain't always the female calling the boys in blue. Sometimes these niggas, they will call the police, create a situation, get you locked up for attacking them, and take the kid so you won't get them for child support and don't even want the little nigga. They're going to take him just so you can't take him to court. Better stop playing. Where we going in the future, I just learned. I like, you got to cut dead weight. You got to cut the dead weight, man. You got to cut the dead weight. Niggas will ride on that boat. Niggas will ride with you shotgun until they don't need you no more. Dealing with fake friends that make you age in dog years. Yes, and definitely make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Yep, in other words, pay attention to the red flags. Some people was just blatantly disrespectful. I ain't gonna even lie. I learned not to get in my feelings. Even though it's still hard not to get in your feelings. When you've been loving people for over 30 and 40 years and you thought that these was your friends and your family. Nah. Stress will kill you. Stress will make you age in dog years. Stress will have you hitting the bottle. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Being that this is Mental Health Awareness Month, that bottle ain't gonna make nothing feel better. The bottle ain't gonna make nothing feel better. And as a matter of fact, when you stressed out and you go hit that bottle, you gonna make problems worse. When you drinking the devil's piss, you should be happy. When you drinking the devil's piss, you should be in a good mood. Because when you drink that devil's piss and you let them spirits navigate and get in the driver's seat, you're going to find yourself running into a brick wall. If y'all could see my life on the screen, just with the disloyal shit, just with the disloyal shit alone, y'all be like, wow. Wow. Soon as you lower your consciousness, the entities slip inside. Yeah, they do. You ever seen somebody get drunk that you know, and the next time you see them when they sober, you was like, yo, you was bugging. I know not to take it personal because I know you and I know that's not you. Let me tell you something. My Uncle Bo, when that nigga used to get drunk, he would cuss like a sailor. Never cuss when he was sober. Talk, never ever cuss when he's sober. When that nigga get drunk, he would curse you out, say, he would turn into a demon. And then, the weird shit about Uncle Bo is that when we stayed in Queens, when we was in Queens, at my grandmother's house, and we was staying out there, that nigga would get drunk, and that, I guess before he went to sleep, he would go sleep in the graveyard. The nigga would go sleep in the graveyard and wake up and come home the next day like nothing ain't happened. Be careful. Be careful about when and who you choose to drink alcohol around. Be careful with yourself. Because the number one person you hurting when you decide to put that bottle to your mouth, and yes, I got to tell myself that first, because y'all see me outside in Bronx River bugging. Bugging. I hate the fact that I let a little dirty nigga shoot me. I hate that. A little dirty nigga? Come on, I was the illest nigga in Nebraska. Now I got a scar and a blemish on my record. Because I let my emotions get the best of me in a world where nobody cares about you. The biggest, listen, man, I want y'all to understand something, right? You gonna have the biggest party that you gonna ever see in your life when you die. The biggest celebration is when everybody pack that church and then go to the repast and eat all that food up. And then after that, you just a memory that's gonna fade away. Every once in a while, they might pull out some liquor. The biggest celebration and the biggest gathering you're going to have is when you're dead. That's just something to think about. My motto is love and loyalty, but people don't know that what that means nowadays. I'm hearing people, niggas, dudes, lately saying, I don't owe nobody no loyalty. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, you gotta earn my loyalty. So you telling me when I meet you, you just a grimy nigga? That's what you saying? So you telling me when we hanging out, having a good time, we go to the store, you the type of nigga that you gonna line me up? Or if you heard somebody gonna line me up, you ain't gonna say nothing to me because you don't owe nobody no loyalty? Anytime you hear a man, and I'm telling y'all this, because some of these niggas on the internet is saying that, when you hear a man say, I don't owe nobody no loyalty, when I meet people, loyalty is right then and there. If we go out, if I meet you through a third party, and we in a club, we at a barbecue, we hanging out at the beach, automatically, If you get into something and we together, we fighting together to the death. When a nigga sit up there and tell you that you gotta earn my loyalty, what? I gotta earn your loyalty? Get away from me, my nigga. Because if you telling me that, you capable of anything. I don't need you around me. You could go that away. Shiesty. Sometimes, you know what makes me the best at what I do and who I am? Because everybody wants to be a scholar. When most people in life are living on an elementary school level. Everybody want to act like they're a scholar, but you are living in the things that you are going through in life, and the people around you are still on the elementary school level. That's why I will always be able to rock this internet. It's easy. Niggas is living on the elementary school level in life. They're not going to remember you after a week. Oh, I know some people going to miss me. The fact that they could pick up the phone. I know niggas that's missing me. I've been cutting niggas off left and right. Niggas pick up the phone and you can hear the sob story coming. You hear the sob story coming. Man, if I could tell y'all about one of the arguments I just had with one of my so-called friends, if I actually sat back and told y'all about the argument that I just had, y'all be like, wow, really? Whoa. Whoa. But stay tuned though, because y'all gonna hear about a lot of that shit on my Patreon. And it's getting scary because I know this little spanking. 2 weeks ago, YouTube let me get 9,000 people in the building during our live. This week, they barely let us get 2,000 people in the building because there's somebody behind the scene that's letting me know that you running your mouth. So eventually, some of y'all going to have to move over to that Patreon where y'all can get the full content where I can really speak without worrying about me getting a letter in the mail saying, oh, your monetization is gone because you said XYZ in a video that you ain't supposed to say. Because the reality of it is, like I said, YouTube ain't checking everybody, but they checking me. You see what I'm saying? There's somebody that's assigned to my page. And like I said, even outside of the person that's assigned to my page, the YouTubers are constantly mass flagging and telling the bots where to go, what to look for. That's why y'all see when you come into my live, it may have a commercial when you click on a video, and then 10 minutes after the live goes off, there's no commercial because they sitting up there trying to figure out what the flag, and then I gotta sit up there and appeal the video and wait for YouTube to come back and put my live in a green where I can get paid for the video. By then, the views done went all the way, and niggas is sitting in the background with they. Matter of fact, yo, I got something for y'all. Let me find, yo, when I tell y'all, I just, you know, I'm checking my DMs today, right? On Instagram. I hope I can find this nigga. This is a dude that reached out to me before. I don't know the nigga from a hole in the wall. He tried to bully his way into my life for me to do business with him. I laughs at this nigga. I can't make this shit up, right? Watch. This is today. And I told this lame ass nigga, right? I told this lame ass nigga, I said, you know what? This nigga right here, him, whoever this lame is, decides to come in my DM. Now listen to him.
Damn shame, man. Instead of you listening to a motherfucker, you want to act like you knew every fucking thing. Now look at you. And no, I'm not gloating because it's a fucking shame. Told your ass fucking years ago I could help you with a book. Told your dumb ass I could help you with the fucking website. Look what the fuck you did. You and every one of them ignorant black fucking niggas that come up a little bit don't pay a fucking attention and think that you're gonna be fucking famous forever. You are a fucking pure idiot. I am not gloating. I'm telling you straight to your fucking face. You're a fucking idiot for letting this shit happen. For letting them demonetize your shit. For not fucking listening when I fucking told you what the fuck to do. You are fucking stupid. You're the dumbest motherfucker on the internet. I don't give a fuck.
I don't even know this nigga. I don't even know him.
I should go live tonight and let the whole internet hear what you had to say to me in my DM. I don't know where your anger coming from. I don't even know you. And the sad part about it is it's like, damn, I got so much good things going on behind the scenes for me right now. And you sitting up there somewhere in the audience looking at my life and you looking at my downfall while I'm sitting up there celebrating success. What's on your mind, my man? Your heart is sick. You should go see a spiritual doctor.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You got up to about three.
I got so much good
You got about three motherfucking sections of my conversation, bitch. You heard what I said, and that's it. Ain't no anger in my voice, nigga. I'm a diesel voice talking nigga. I'm Bugatti, bitch. That's how the fuck I talk. You hear me, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? And when I yell, I sound like I'm fucking yelling, you bitch. Like a man. Fuck, I don't give a fuck if you go live. You a hoe. A whole fucking bitch. Now fucking post that. And again, you got about 3 seconds of that fucking dumbass voice message you just sent. So keep on trying to send them. And like I said, nigga, you're broke. Keep doing your promo. I can show you another 100 stacks right now. Another one. Not even the same one I showed you the last time, bitch. So scroll up and look at that. Real money. You can't pay for your Can-Am, that whack-ass 3-wheel trike. I got a motherfucking GSXR and 2 houses. Stop playing with me and go get my bags at the airport, ho. I might be there. Nigga, you better look me the fuck up.
Where's all this coming from, my nigga? First of all, now he comparing himself to me. I can't, my Can-Am Spider is fully paid for. I paid for it in cash the day that I bought it. What are you talking about, my nigga? But even, listen, I've been poor my whole life. So if I go back to being poor, I've also been rich at the same time too. What is this nigga talking about? He used to be in my DM sometime back, a few years ago. I cursed the nigga out. Now he's back. Who is this nigga?
And again, you get no motherfucking airtime over here. None, bitch. None. I'm laughing at you because I watched you go from something to absolutely. Like Smithers. Absolutely. And I don't need to get on live to make fun of you. I can do it directly to you because you're the one that took the loss. So you're fun. This shit is, I'm finished work for the day. I see you over here talking some shit about Zip with the drip. Yeah, you talk shit about him, but you're in your fucking wife's backyard with a whole bunch of bushes and it don't even look like you know what the fuck you was doing. Just put a whole bunch of plants somewhere. You got a whack-ass Can-Am. You probably paid for that fucking with some old YouTube money. And the fucking car that you got on the note right now. And I hope you can keep on paying the note. Because again, you have no money coming in. Get him.
Y'all sitting up here. I should have had a drink. Hey, y'all watching The same live that I'm watching, and y'all seen many of people donating my super chat tonight, and y'all see me saying thank you for sponsoring this war. And he said, I'm not making any money. Shout out to everybody that hit up my super chat to piss these haters off. Now y'all get to hear what I go through. This is what niggas be doing to me.
Oh, okay. So I get it. So you mad at me because the fame that you was looking for, I accomplished, I achieved that for myself. So now you sitting up there and you bitter and you hating a nigga that ain't never did nothing to you. I ain't never did nothing to you. Why you so mad at me, my nigga? Why are you so mad? My Can-Am, I paid for my motherfucking Can-Am Spider in cash, my nigga. I got 7 figures, my nigga. I got 7 figures, my nigga. I got properties all through this fucking country. Why you so mad at me, my nigga? You mad at me because you hate your own life.
Again, bro, I'm stacked up on this paper. I'm doing my motherfucking thing. I got real brands. Not mad at nothing. I'm blowing it down right now. I'm laughing at you.
You're laughing at me. So it's true. Some of y'all people, y'all only subscribe to me because this is a nigga I don't even know. You looking at my numbers on YouTube and you sit up there saying to yourself, is this the end? And you celebrating what you perceive to me to be my downfall. Damn, y'all niggas is dangerous. You can't save black people. This is not a white man doing this to me. This is the nigga.
I don't listen to your versions of whatever the fuck you think someone is talking about. Like I said, to me, you're comedy. So I looked at this shit right here and I see you saying, I do promo now, which means that YouTube has done exactly what I said prior. You want to scroll up and look at my message when I said you're going to be fucking broke because all you got is YouTube, and now you're crying with 34,990 views. I don't care about YouTube. I make money from other shit. You got to rely on this because you don't have no fucking brain.
So, because I wouldn't let him be down with me, I don't know him from nowhere. I'm gonna be your manager. This nigga's in my DM. I'm gonna put your book out. I'm gonna do your. You're not doing nothing for me, my nigga. And if you was in my face and you was talking to me the way you talking, you wouldn't have no teeth in your mouth. You wouldn't be talking to me like that. So I go to his page and I'm like, well, damn. He's a musician / band. Bugatti. Brand development. Entrepreneur. Artist. Actor. I turned the volume down so y'all don't have to listen to his whack ass raps. Look at this nigga. 5 years old. Nobody knows your artist or old in the face. You mad at me because your career didn't go where mine's went. See, I want y'all to understand something, right? If this is, in fact, my 15 minutes of fame that YouTube gave me, and I'm on YouTube, been on YouTube for 7 years, and you telling me that I've been on top for all of these years, and if this the end, if this is the end of my ride, then you telling me that I'm going to be like the Walk of Fame of YouTube, where niggas got that star, that plaque, putting on the floor. Nothing lasts forever. And how Nicki Minaj say, if I could have that moment for life, that moment, I got that moment. I'd rather have been a has-been than a nigga that never was. Nigga, you never ever ever was nothing. You looking at my life and you mad at me for what? You would have thought that I smashed your check, my nigga. You that mad? Wow. So this is the last chance. The last opportunity. You get promotion right now. You're never going to get this again. And you're going to have thousands of people who seen your old ass face. Thousands of people. Look at them advertising itself. Ain't nobody looking for you. They don't want to read your book. They don't want to listen to your raps. Grandpa. That's why niggas be mad at me. Because they be rappers and they want the crowd that I have. I'm Rakim. Move the crowd. I moves the crowd. I moves the crowd. When you look up at the hieroglyphs, Hassan Campbell gonna go out as the best of the best. When people mention they top YouTubers, my name comes up amongst the best. I'm good. Nothing lasts forever. Shit, even some good sex might last 15 minutes, a half an hour, and then it's over with. You go in the shower and you wash your nutsack, my nigga. Calm down. What are you so mad for? Shit. When I go outside and people see me, I feel good. I go outside, I feel like Nas. I feel like Jadakiss. I go outside, I feel like Tupac and Big. You go outside, you feel like Bugatti. I told you I was going to make you famous. Shit crazy. Matter of fact, let me see something. Oh, help YouTube by answering these questions. So when I tap on, instead of giving me a commercial, they gave me a survey. Wow, interesting. That was interesting. Let me see something. Now, y'all see my Snotbox TV? Everybody in the comment section. Let me see something. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my Snotbox TV. Because now it's time to move the crowd over there so we can get away from these bots on this side of town in the algorithm. But Adiba, that's all, folks. That's it for tonight. I might go live on Snotbox TV in the next 20 minutes after I get myself together. At 12:30, matter of fact, you know what? 12:45. I'll do another live for a couple of minutes on Snotbox TV. I hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Wait about 2 minutes, come back in, and see what the numbers really show. How many people we had in the building on this live, and write it in the comment section. Make sure y'all come back. Click back on this video in 2 minutes and see how many people we had watching.